Boom.
In a world,
all right, straight to the point.
man
Straight
see.
In a world with 37 different Spider-Man movies, how excited are you for number 38?
Not excited. I mean, look, but this one is heavy on
what an answer,
and that being the most divisive storyline in Spider-Man comics, I can't imagine why you would take that and go, hey, let's steer into this and double down on it. Let's go.
It looks like, I mean, doesn't it just look like it in name alone?
No, I mean they already had done it at the end of last one, right?
May's already gone. They did that memory erase
thing. And now he's living in that world where he's got the memories nobody else does. Having to watch it, pining for MJ constantly and throughout. I mean, that's what they're leaving on the trailer, and I don't want to see that crap. Now, Scorpion, I thought was kind of cool.
Let me ask you something. Let's take this in pieces. All right, am I back? I just unplugged my microphone doing that. How heavy, how much does that metal tail weigh?
Oh, it's not possible to wield as a human.
I'm like, oh, cool. How does he swing that? That was literally my immediate reaction thought. I'm like, dang, my brain.
The tail swings and then his body comes up off the ground and falls around it.
It's just what?
Once it unfurls, he topples over. I mean, the physics of the Scorpion don't make. Oh well, this is comic book physics.
Yeah, and it isn't just to the movie. Like it made me think about the cartoon and everything. I'm like, man,
yeah, it's just not. But I mean,
it looks funny when it's done in real life. All this.
Yeah. And I think because also
the tail's never that big.
It's longer than it is in the comic books, but
change his name to the Anaconda.
Yeah. So here's the other concern I get, right? I have always been leery of any superhero movie where we start putting too many villains.
That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to cook some people about this trailer because this is another instance of internet amnesia and false.
I mean,
I think people are going to you could have shown them just a trailer with Peter reading the phone book and you would have got the same reaction because that's just what the reaction is going to be. But when you have any thought about it, I'm like, dude, this is literally everything that people complain about put into one single thing. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm excited for it, but I'm not the one that makes the complaints about too many villains. I pointed it out with numerous movies over the past couple of years where everyone just flipped the entire idea of what they have problems with movies. You saw people with the Superman movie. I was pointing out how everyone used to hate too many characters or too many this, and now, oh, it's okay now. And now look at this. We got 50,000 characters in it.
Again, it really depends upon what level of involvement they're going to have. Right. In the case of the Superman,
Boomerang, Tarantula, that's clearly a montage.
You brought up the Superman thing, right? So several of those characters that we introduce are not, we don't Hot Girl, for example. No, we don't take the time to flesh her out at all, and we don't
flesh any of them out really.
Yeah, we don't need to for those things. So,
you remember with Black Adam, I remember vividly because I was really loved that movie. Mm-hmm. Everyone complained about too many characters and not fleshing them out. We don't know about Hawkman. We don't know the backstory of Dr. Fate. I'm like, dude, it's not important. It's a Black Adam movie. They're supporting cast. That's like any other movie or TV show where you have a sidekick or supporting character. We don't deep dive their past either, but that was everybody's complaint. back in that day, but they just didn't care anymore with Superman. They were fine with it.
Yeah, my biggest fear in this is we saw a couple villains being shown in this trailer, but based on what the trailer's about, I don't even. It's not. They're not. They're just extra. They're not even the big bad.
No, Tombstone is, right?
I don't know.
I thought Tombstone's supposed to be the big bad in this movie.
I haven't been doing any reading on this ahead of time coming into it. I'm just reacting to what I'm seeing. Right?
We saw all these characters, and I think
what we're hearing here is something about this character. You know, Peter's not being Spider-Man. He's trying to be himself, but something is happening that causes him to come back into the comics, right? And sucking him back in. So what is it that's sucking him in? It's got to be obviously something big that's going on. Is it Tombstone? Hey, I'm all for a Tombstone.
I didn't know about the not Spider-Man thing coming back, because we ended the last movie with him like being only Spider-Man, giving up everything for the sake of being Spider-Man.
Yeah, there was something I think in here. I was watching where now he's supposed to be focused on trying to be a college kid and finish his college or something.
Oh, the balancing the act kind of thing.
Yeah,
Kurt Connors is in it.
Yeah,
but see, that's fine. Like we did in the original Spider-Man 2, when we meet Kurt Connors in the original Spider-Man trilogy, just as his professor, like telling him, "Do better, Peter. Like you're smart, but you're wasting all your potential."
But we're bringing Bruce Banner in here as the
dumbest thing in the world. I can't stand Mark Ruffalo, dude.
So we're getting our Bruce Banner, so that way we can later on tie this into Doomsday, I guess, and then I don't know.
A little clip with Punisher in it. I like his little van.
People get all excited because they got the battle van and stuff. I don't know. Like inside the camera mask.
It was a good shot. It was pretty cool.
It was. It showed you how the hell does he see anything then?
Yeah, I like seeing. I like the fact that his eye was moving, like looking and everything, a little detail.
But the way it makes it, like, it's not like right on his face, so it's out. So that means now you get a concept of how do you fight crime when your vision has now been reduced to. I mean, there's a difference between taking a balaclava or ski mask on and being able to see out of it because your eyes are wider versus putting on a helmet or something now where it's out in front of you and you just got these eye holes you're looking at now, and you can't see.
Big old lenses too.
You can't see all of this. Your peripheral vision is gone and stuff.
It's almost like you would need like a spider sense or something to assist you.
Sure, but I mean, it doesn't make it. But the shot doesn't make any sense. His mask is cloth. He pulls it out and he just kind of tugs it. So how is it now suspended away from his face to get the? It's an interesting shot to try to throw in there, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
But again, it's Spider-Man. I'll go see it. I'm hoping that I'm going to be wrong. I'm just going into it thinking this is the third movie in the series, and we've just added 3+ villains to it. This is the same formula I've seen with every Spider-Man movie. They progressively add more bosses to the fight, and it gets worse as a movie overall.
We'll see. I think visually, I think the it looks amazing visually. Like it immediately made me think of TASM, like the Amazing Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I would argue has like some of the best superhero visuals out of all of the superhero movies, like all of them. The way that I think it was Mark Webb that directed those, but the way that the special effects house did the costume in those, and the physics of him swinging and stuff was paid more attention to. None of the Tobey Maguire shooting web into the air and just assuming this like swinging forever on one line kind of thing. It had, I don't know, but some of the special effects shot, like the one in the background, looks a little. I've seen tons of people saying it looks very AI, and I don't think it looks AI. I think AI has just improved, and AI starting to look really good. But I like the color grading of the movie, where some people are like, it's not vibrant enough. I like the more grounded realism kind of thing.
I'm
Cloudy City.
I'm curious about the subplot that they're introducing about like the evolution. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're
I,
doing the other Evolve or Die story arc. You know what I mean? Like where he cocoons up and comes out and he's organic webbing again and stuff.
yeah. Anywho,
You think we're getting 6 arms?
God, wouldn't that be something?
That would be hilarious.
And Morbius shows up. And
Oh my God, it's Morbin time.
Yeah.
Marcus did not realize that Superman 75s were so expensive. I didn't know that they were either. I pick them up when I cross them in the wild. They're normally under $10.
I mean, what's expensive?
Yeah.
I mean,
one of those books, I love picking them up and the subsequent printings because the trade dresses are always different colors on the subsequent printings.
I mean, so Spider-Man was obviously big news that dominated a lot of stuff, but there was another big announcement that came out this week in pop culture that has the fucking brown coats are uniting, baby. Yeah, we're getting Firefly. We're getting an animated series of Firefly with the original cast telling the story between when Firefly went off the air and between Serenity, the movie, to fill in some of that gaps and stuff with them. I'm excited. Let's go brown coats, baby.
I'm going to have to clip you saying that. But so this takes place between Firefly and Serenity?
Correct. So that way they can have the whole cast back. No Wash isn't dead yet. Yeah. Spoilers. Sorry. But they'll obviously have to recast Booker Book. The priest. But aside from that,
who's doing it?
Well, that's so. So when they did the announcement, they announced Shadow Machine doing the animation. They've got Guggenheim as one of the showrunners.
I mean, is it Netflix?
Oh, so that's the only thing that they didn't really announce yet was like a home. They're implying that they still need to land a home. That's the last piece. They've got Whedon's permission. Whedon's not involved in it, but he gave his permission to do this stuff. Disney and Fox gave their permission to proceed. All the actors are on board. They've got the scripts. They've got the showrunners. They've got all the cast on board. So the only thing that they're apparently right now is they're shopping a place for it to be. You would think that Disney Fox is high up there, but we'll see.
What's up, J Hood? He's asking who will be the big bad. Tombstone, isn't it?
Again, I don't know.
Well, I'm asking J Hood at this point.
Oh. I mean, it could make sense if you have Scorpion involved in there too, and that there was like
I didn't know that they were keeping it secret. I remember vividly like the Tombstone announcement and the casting thing that they did for it. Also, good morning, J Hood.
Based on reports upcoming Brand New Day, the Peter's inner features street level focus for Peter Parker's inner rage, fueled by a loss and no way home. Essential to spin-off. The key physical antagonists: the Scorpion, Tombstone, and the Ninja Clan, the Hand. Oh, so maybe that wasn't that'd be funny if it's just the Hand that we saw and we don't get, and it wasn't a member, or it was just a member of the Hand and not Black Tarantula. That would be funny. And everybody's all trying to sell Tarantula books right now.
I guess it's gonna be Morlum, maybe. If they're doing the if they're doing the other storyline, because we saw the webbing, the evolving. Maybe they're doing more of them from
The Hand. Let's see, we got the Hand, Boomerang, and Tarantula are also featured actually. So yeah,
There's a big part of me that thinks most of the stuff that we saw in the trailer is like, in a large degree, just montage footage, including Frank. Like Frank having a very small part, like just an actual cameo. You know what I mean? Just kind of like how Fantastic Four started with that extended monologue thing. I mean, we got Spider-Man receiving the key to the city. You got him doing all of those cover shot homages. It's going to be an homage montage. So I think we're going to get like a long thing like that that's filling in a lot of the time gap of him being firmly established as Spider-Man.
Speculation is that there's still yet another main villain.
Well, yeah, we know that because they show the person with like the bag on their head doing whatever in the little mind thing, hopping from one person to another when he stops that tank and the little old lady in there. Sadie Sink's character's not.
So we're just gonna have a ton of freaking
stuff, but you can burn through a ton of stuff in a montage intro to the movie. Like Tarantula, I don't think will be in the movie more than 10 seconds. Same for Boomerang.
Scorpion, Tarantula, Boomerang, the Hand, and the Tombstone. Mind Control.
Hope he doesn't grow.
Okay, so we got 5. Oh yeah, okay. Sadie Sink potentially.
The hint has got to be the mind control thing, hopping from one person to another. I don't know if it's a mind controller possession or whatever.
This is lame. And we're gonna.
There's Freaky Louie.
There's
speculation.
MJ's new boyfriend gonna be Paul.
Yeah, Jim. I saw that dude kissing her in the trailer. Oh my God, they're doing that, huh? That'll go over great. People are going to eat it up though, man, just because consume product, be happy.
MCU Fantastic Four took out the Masters of Evil in a montage. That was in their universe. That's their universe. Remember, they're coming over from a different universe. So anything that you saw in Fantastic Four is off the table in the regular MCU. I hope he doesn't grow 6 arms. Exactly. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to go into this expecting the worst and hope for the best.
Tremel Tillman.
I wish I could be more excited for it, but Spider-Man has beaten me down. Now, Marvel has done such a good job of beating me down at this point with anything comic book or anything else on Spider-Man that all I want to talk about is the old classics. That's why I can't wait for my Clover Press order to arrive. When it comes, it's got all these 70s dailies compiled together and stuff. Let me just have some good old classic. Or maybe I'll go back to reading. They even screwed up my love of 2099 with all the crap 2099 shit they've done. Marvel just hates me, maybe. I don't know. Mark's afraid to admit that, yes, they probably do. Great.
No, I'm reading through this post real quick. I got mad curious looking up the little speculative stuff on the villains. There's a lot of people that think that Sadie Sink is going to be Jean Grey and Tremel Tillman's character is going to be a hiding in plain sight villain like Mr. Negative or somebody.
Yeah. Like I said,
It's not just you they hate, Rob.
But that's where it's so much more fun to see the stuff, see the announcements from the Firefly stuff, because to see there's people are letting them finally go. I mean, there's a franchise that Fox has just punched down from the start, and somehow I think one of the greatest jokes there that came out of their panel at AwesomeCon was they're talking about that, you know, it's like Star Trek and Star Wars and some of these things. These guys get these joys going to all these panels and living all this stuff and all this stuff. He said, but they got to do it without having to do decades of freaking actual work. You know, they did 14 episodes and that was it. And
sometimes that's enough. Sometimes
14 episodes, and then, you know, it wasn't even well received because it was shown out of order and not, and, you know, and constantly canceled and moved around, and they somehow have managed to be relevant for 27 years. It's something. That's a fandom. Then people keep finding them and new people fall in love with the franchise and stuff. So, yeah.
Hey, I like Buffy's movie, but it predated the show. That first Buffy movie was hilarious, dude.
And I had just sent a book off to AwesomeCon to get all the cast to sign it too. So, I like Firefly. I love Firefly. I was just got done watching some of it. Nathan did make a comment about Serenity. He said he loves what Nathan Fillion likes to watch YouTube, and he says one of his favorite things to watch is to watch the reaction videos to people watching Serenity for the first time. He says he loves to go. You know, he says you go straight to the part where like the most rewatched stuff is like almost always the part where spoilers, Wash dies, and he's like watching the reaction to people watching Wash die is just crazy to him, because obviously here's a character again we haven't had a ton of. It hasn't been around for years and stuff, but people are so connected to these guys that when he dies, people just go crazy. Janestown's your favorite episode? That's great. I don't have a bad episode in any of the Firefly, so I'm supportive. Yeah. I don't know which one is. I don't know if I have a favorite necessarily, but although the big fancy ball might be kind of fun.
I never watched the TV show. I just watched.
Oh, really?
Serenity.
You only watched the movie. Well, that would seem like not knowing all the stuff necessarily would be probably.
It played fine by itself. I'm sure it would have played great if you would have had the.
Yeah, because it was meant to bookend the series, so you should go back and watch it sometime. It's only 14 episodes. It's great television.
You know what great television is, and that's Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Episode 4 premiered last night. T-Dub says the show is way better than the movie. Or better than.
It's true. One of the things that they, you get into with the show, what they did is, they were portraying it kind of like they took it, how they related it to themselves, obviously being, the whole idea of, a future rooted in kind of realities of their space cowboy stuff. But they, with Mal's team and them all being from, the brown coats being the other side, they played it very much like he says, one of the interviews, kind of like what they could see some of the Confederate soldiers after the war, just trying to, here's this big other army that's come over that they now run everything, and you resisted, you lost, but you didn't think, but you felt that you were in the right, and now you're just trying to leave me alone, let me just live my life type thing.
So it's just like following a couple rapscallions after the conflict of international aggression.
Yeah. Trying to live on the fringe, just trying to live their lives and be left alone. But the government always in the way.
Saw first episode of Firefly, then the movie. I was like, no. I still got to get caught up on The Expanse. That's one that I just hear the name of mentioned often.
Yeah. To me, the Expanse, the one thing that really set the tone for the how rooted in the reality of the sci-fi element of it was this concept, like when they were in, like, I think it was the first season, some group is trying to get information or you have these what they're called the Belters that were basically born and raised out in the asteroid belt. So they've had microgravity. So they tend to be long and tall. They've never really existed in full Earth gravity. And so one of the guys who go to torture him, he's on Earth, and they take, like, normally, like, they would be like in like water or something to help. They take him out and just have him, like, subject him to full Earth gravity. And that's the torture.
Suck it.
Yeah, that's the torture, right? Is his body is just being crushed by that weight upon him.
With your weak ass frame.
Yeah. And you go like, damn, that fucking actually tracks, Because if you could imagine, like, going someplace where the gravity was 10 times whatever, you're just experiencing like 10 G to you constantly, that would be, assuming you don't pass out, you're going to be in agony. So
ice pirates.
So Expanse shows you how much space hates you and wants you to die. Yeah, good point.
So what's just happening in news and other.
What else is going on? We got Spiderman out of the way and Firefly out of the way, just like that. Look at me split. And now for something completely different.
What's your aim for next weekend? And I know that by this close, you have spreadsheets, maps.
No, I don't. I mean,
don't lie to me.
I have an ongoing spreadsheet all year, right? So I have my.
Of course you do.
I have my sheet that has my active, the runs that I'm currently looking for, just my filler books, and then I have the 25 big keys that I had identified at the beginning of the year that I was keeping my eyes open for. Not saying that, not under any stretch of the imagination expecting to buy.
I think I was more talking about like with the guest list there.
Oh, I don't organize it.
I've seen what you do at cons, Rob.
I'm just an attendee, baby. I'm going there. I mean,
you normally have people's names, some weird photo attached to their booth, so you know what they look like. You have your map with your arrows from hit list to the hit list.
So this is the problem. So WonderCon does not. I mean, they don't do the greatest job of like providing you with like an easy to go list. I did the other day. I sat down for a moment, and I took that. I took their list of Artist Alley because they just give you a generic Artist Alley list. And then I did utilize AI to parse it out and ask it to try to segregate out for me the actual comic book artists and creators from that list of the generic, artists, as well as the ceramic booth and all the other stuff that show the sticker people and whatever else that are there. And I looked down the list and said, I don't see anybody jump out at me that I felt like I needed to go get some books signed. So I'm not pulling any. So far, anyways, as of right now, I haven't gone to pull any books. I do have like 4 artists that I have uh, commissions set up for. So I'll go visit them and get those commissions at some point, as well as, so a couple of them have pieces for us for C3 that I'll pick up. There's a couple artists that I'm going to double check on the C3 list of that I need to hand challenge coins to. So I'll bring a few of those with me to give those out. Otherwise, I'm there to just kind of I'm gonna try to be a little bit more laissez-faire. My wife is coming with me this time. So
I just, even with you saying that, I have this
hard time
image in my
that.
mind that you have a spreadsheet and a to-do list on how to be laissez-faire.
Well, the weekend hasn't gone.
Like 30 minutes goes by and you pull out your sheet, you're mapping it, open it, says sigh and look around in a 180 direction. You put it up.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
As it stands right now, no. I mean, I have a framework in my mind of just simply, I drive down there first night. We got, I don't know, I think there's some drinks, something, and then Thursday, my wife and I are going to Disneyland. So
how far away is the con from you?
From me, it's about 370 miles or so.
So it's like Heroes Con from me.
It's a trek, but
that's
across
Heroes Con for me.
It's across the street from Disneyland, so that's why it's in LA or Anaheim. I'm sorry, Anaheim.
I don't know the difference.
Most people don't either. But
yeah,
Anaheim does. Anaheim does. We're not LA. So, anyways, we're gonna go over to Thursday. My wife and I are gonna go over to Disneyland, and I haven't gone to the Star Wars land yet. And as a Star Wars nerd, it's kind of like important. So we're gonna go there, check out that stuff, and then Friday, Saturday is con days, man. Sunday morning, and the club has some. The club has some activities and stuff. So it's mostly going to be like Fridays at the. So I should say my laissez-faire, Mark, as you're talking about. Yes, there is some structure to it in that every con I go to, multi-day con, I usually take the first day is my artist alley day. I'll get there and I will go, assuming there's no suddenly announced exclusives that I need to go get in line for right away. The rest of my Friday starts off in Artist Alley, going through it meticulously, seeing everybody that's there, doing all my stuff. Then Friday afternoon and Saturday are my days walking the con floor and looking for books and all that other stuff. So
you gotta tap it from the source, AR. That's got to be one of the most cringe moments in all of Star Wars history.
Yeah.
God, Disney sucks at Star Wars. But you brought it up, AR, not me.
True. Blue milk is no Romulan ale.
What are you saying? What's the biggest names on the hit list? Not your hit list, but what's their biggest draws this year? Because WonderCon's one of the ones that does a lot of actors and stuff too, right?
No, well, there's some. Let's see, they're special guests. They got Patrick Ballesteros, Ben Brody, Felicia Day, Mark Evanier, Sarah Gailey, Claudia Gray, Jasmine Gilroy, Kendall Hale, I don't know any of these, Robin Hobb, Teenie Howard, Willie Ito, Liana Congus, Tom King, Lee Mars, Floyd Norman, Scott Snyder, Spencer Stark, Babs Tarr, and Joshua Williamson. Those are the people they've designated as special guests. So people that
Those are some big names in the comic space.
People that they're putting extra emphasis on. Or then there's the regular artists are like a whole. There's always a slew of them.
Marcus says Felicia Day could have it if she wanted it. Rob, do you agree? Could Felicia Day have it if?
I'm not sure what it is, but I mean, Felicia Day, I mean, if she's just being an it girl type thing, I don't know necessarily that, but she is very much, she's very interesting. I loved her series. I loved her in her series, The Guild stuff. I heard that they're doing something, bringing something back with that. I loved her.
Oh, wait, she has red hair. I should have known that.
Yeah.
She has red hair. That's Martin's kryptonite right there.
Also was it she also was
exactly what it is.
The sing along, that Dr. Horrible sing along web series was good, and then of course her tabletop or her involvement with a whole YouTube channel. Her YouTube channel that she was doing with Will Wheaton was interesting and stuff, but I don't obsess over her necessarily. But
she looks quirky.
Yeah, that's what she is. She's solid in the geek space. That is 100%.
Solid in the geek space needs to be put on the back of one of your T-shirts. Like your logo right here on the back, it says "Solid in the geek space."
Oh, what did I? Let me see.
What?
Ben got a 91.67 on his writing assessment. I hit you yet.
Yeah.
Can you send that?
Where'd my green pen go? Oh, I left it on the back.
And this.
I've reviewed all of the attached papers in my child's graded papers folder.
Yeah, only the script comes back.
Signed without reviewing. Perfect. But this is really this year. I'm excited for WonderCon, but at the same time, I'm not like getting overly worked up on it. This time, I'm just going to go in and.
No, I didn't know if it goes into that one.
Well, if that's returns.
Well, I didn't know if that was Monkey's folder or what.
Since when have you signed Monkeys?
Every day I sign hers.
No, you don't. You sign things.
I sign both of them. I just use invisible ink on Monkeys.
Where's your book?
In the absence of Heroes Con for me this year, that since I know that there's a bunch of people at WonderCon that are going to be there, this is just kind of like my opportunity to get to kind of like see more than like people at a con. And I'm really looking forward to being able to share. This is the first time my wife and I have gone together.
Dude, that's going to be fun. Yeah.
To a con. So.
And you're not going to have like the added pressure of the work aspect to it. Like if she came to Heroes, it would be one thing. Like,
yeah,
it's fun and everything, but you still have a lot of obligations at Heroes. We do.
And I'm sure she has friends down there. I'm sure she's going to try to sneak away at some point, and that's fine. Well, you know, it's just kind of like
your friend isn't named Fabio, am I right?
Right. And then my work is, they all know I'm not going to be around, and I've set the expectation. I ain't answering shit. I'm not working on stuff in the evening in my hotel.
So you had to define not around, and just to make it clear, when I say not around, it actually means not around.
I said, look, I'm only answering my phone for two people at work, my boss and the manager who works for me, who's filling in. I said, but they also both know that if they call me, if it's not something I know in my head, I can't help them, because my assistance to them would require me to either leave Disneyland or leave the convention and go back to my hotel.
Have they updated? All right, let me say it in a non-controversial way. Have they fixed the Star Wars park area yet?
So the changes, this when we're there is like the last day or two before they make the changes to
Where
the park.
is it?
So next week that we're there will be the last time to see it in its original incarnation.
So you're going a week too early is what it sounds. Well, I guess it'd take them time to change it too. Because this is one of those situations, because a lot of times, you have like the bittersweetness of updating stuff. You have the nostalgia of what they had in this situation. In this case, it's simply hurry up and fix it.
Well, so all that they're doing though is they're taking an area which is 100% based in the Disney timeline, and they're, instead of saying, okay, this whole area is rooted in this timeline, they're saying, okay, the area around Rise of the Resistance is rooted around that timeline still.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. They're fixing it.
And the rest of the theme park, or the rest of the area, is open to all timelines. And that's just, they're not going to do, it's not like all of a sudden you're changing a ton of stuff. It just means the cast of characters that's walking around, maybe some different merch pops up.
Yeah, they figured out that they went all in on these new age characters, thinking that it was going to be the biggest hit in the world, and it wasn't. Then they doubled down on it and pushed it even harder, and people still didn't care. Then they tripled down on it, pushed even harder, and people stopped. So they're like, all right, screw it, throw in the towel, bring back the people in the franchise that kept this franchise alive for decades.
But I mean, okay, so what? That means if I walk around the area,
we should be saying thank you, Disney. You finally did something right. I get a picture.
I get it, but the different, but it's not Han Solo. It's just somebody who's putting on Han Solo's gear, right?
It's Han Solo.
And just like, oh, okay, so the difference between this stormtrooper and those troopers is a different helmet.
These stormtroopers are clones. Let's go.
I'm more interested that I can get Darth Vader, but I mean, aside from that,
you might run into Boba Fett now.
Oh yeah.
Let's be real. Like the first step in the right direction is them acknowledging
not Daimo version.
Them acknowledging the importance of the pre-Disney era Star Wars and bringing it into the fandom, which they've been boxing it out of the fandom, is a major step in the right direction. And it's crazy that they haven't naturally found their own loop. I get you're wanting to promote the new stuff coming out because merch is a big part of these fandoms. These movies last like they do because how popular and well merch does and stuff like that. So I get wanting to put the new stuff over, especially when you made it yourself kind of thing. But they've done movies like Rogue One that takes place in the past, and they've done little cartoon things. They got the new Mall show coming out. Like I know it's not like in the prequel trilogy, but it's not far removed from it. It's small by God's sake. So they've done things. They could have found ways to put them in, but it was pure hubris that they wanted to ignore what came before them and act like it's just a little peon compared to what they were doing. It was pure hubris, and it backfired. It shot them in the foot. And I'm just happy that without them saying those words, they're acknowledging that there's value in the good part of this fandom, and they're leaning into it.
I'm cool with that. I'm happy for it. So, but I mean, it just happened to be that this is when I was going to be down there, and okay, then it happens to be that like change happens the following week. Well,
that's cool that you get to do it this time because it'll still give you something to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
Next year, if you want to go back, like I just went last year, but I'd never seen this before.
Exactly. So there you go. So that's cool. I can do that. And
it just blows my mind how Star Wars has been handled. Now I'm not a Trekkie.
Right.
Watching, I pay attention and keep up. I like the J.J. Abrams movies a whole lot. Like I can sit there and shoot the breeze about those movies ad nauseum. But in terms of like the lore and the TV shows, I'm more of like the most casual passerby or watcher. So I can't really speak on like how Star Trek has been handled. I'd see the conversations about it and stuff like that. And I watch some of the new stuff to talk about it and everything. And I think it's some of the bottom of the barrel content I've ever seen. That's my personal take on it. But Star Wars, I'm dialed in on. I absolutely love Star Wars. Grown up loving Star Wars, and it blows my mind. Like absolutely blows my mind how someone can be allowed to handle Star Wars in the way that Disney has without firing them like immediately. Like even if they have good intentions and they misfire one time, something as big as Star Wars, as expensive as that, you would fire that person and bring in someone else. But they never did that for years.
The question is, did they lose money?
Yes. Star Wars has lost them a boatload of money. When was the last time they had a Star Wars movie in theaters? Like a decade ago.
Having it in theaters doesn't mean not having it more recently in theaters doesn't mean it's lost you money.
No, let's say with me here. That wasn't the end of the concept there. So they haven't had a Star Wars thing in theaters in like a decade.
There's been far more movies and projects announced for the theater than have actually ever made it to the. Matter of fact, overwhelmingly, the majority of announced projects never make it.
They committed Star Wars to Disney Plus as a mechanism to try to draw subscribers to Disney Plus, which didn't work. Now that's not all on Star Wars. That's not all on Disney. They did that during the streaming wars. Like realistically, like streaming's still in its infancy. The idea of like kicking off that platform and battling against these other ones, like they lost their shirts making a lot of these Star Wars shows and not getting the returns on them. Like, and it's just been steadily going down and down and down.
I think that probably
and the parks have gone through terrible problems, and you can target the Star Wars one specifically, the Galactic whatever hotel that they did that they spent.
Well, so for each one, for each misstep, there's a step that works for them too, right? So yeah, the Galactic Hotel thing or Starliner Hotel, that was a monumental mistake in how they handled it.
Priced it and everything, and how they cleaned it after the modern stuff. And
it's purely a pricing thing. I think that even regardless of the era you put it in, I think Star Wars fans would have done it. But you have to remember, Star Wars fans are going to want to go do that. They're not going to. It's not something that somebody you can. I mean,
no one's paying a premium to go hang out with Captain Phasma, bro.
Here's an experience that you can live your fantasy as a Star Wars person, but it's going to cost you thousands of dollars per night.
Yeah, like it was. I think the lowest package was like $2,000 something, and you have to do a 2-night minimum.
It was a fixed length. Period. There wasn't a minimum. It was like, this is how long the experience is, and if you're going there, you're in there for that element. Then after all that high expense for that, if I've traveled there for that, I'm going to want to see the rest of Disney World. That means after those 2 days or whatever that experience is over, I have to now move to another hotel. And I have to go now continue my vacation at another hotel. So now so on top of paying $5,000 to $6,000 or whatever it is for me per person, and God forbid if I'm like bringing my family of 4 and we're all cramming into one room together, after paying that huge sum of money, then I've got to go move over here. So it really kind of ruled out the others, and they chose to never reduce the pricing. So now
that's like the hubris I was talking about, to think because just think of the concept of that experience, just on face value, like this super premium package for this built-in, we already scheduled your stay for you. You're going to love it. It's going to be X, Y, and Z. And then you theme it around something that nobody wants, because you think that your Star Wars is going to be the greatest thing ever. That's a hard sell if you do it in the prequel trilogy. That's a little bit less hard sell if you do theme it after the original trilogy. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I still think the biggest thing is the money. The money.
Oh, absolutely.
The money ask was absolutely off the charts.
I need to ask Sector if he went to it.
And I understand,
he lives close by.
I mean, I understand that the actors, there's a lot of actors and stuff you're paying and all that stuff. I mean, it's just too.
But you can
look at that before when you're modeling your stuff out before you develop it and build it. You could have sat there and said, "Oh, hey, here's what it's going to cost per person to operate this thing in order to pay all these people and turn X profit," and said, "Holy crap, we're going to ask people to pay thousands of dollars a night." I don't think that's going to work, buddy. I mean, people are already balking at paying, and the fact that you go to Disney World Hotel and it's going to cost you $300 to $500 a night to stay there or whatever the hell it is. That's ridiculous costs, man. That's no. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a Star Wars. Well, I'm not an idiot. I was about to say something else, but don't want to get canceled. Hope during Force Awakens in theaters with cosplayers, lightsaber school, always speak. I mean, yeah, that's
we went. I've talked about it before, Rob. Me and Pops went at 4 a.m. because that was before like movies come out on Friday. Come see it Thursday morning. Like movies come out on Thursday now. That they just do. It's not even that they release on Fridays. They release on Thursdays when theaters open up. Play all day Thursday, all day. It's not even like an event. It just come out a day early, and that comes from back in the day. Like a decade ago, movies couldn't be shown till 12 a.m. on Thursday. So you go for the Thursday night premiere that's technically Friday at 12:01. But because of the Aurora, Colorado incident during The Dark Knight Rises, they moved that back to showing them earlier on Thursday, still doing that. And that's just kind of bled over and over. So for Star Wars, what we did, like we booked tickets way in advance, but they were already booked out. They were booked out at 12:01, but the theater stayed open all night instead of showing a 12:01 showing and closing.
Yeah, you're talking this modern world of booking out, man. I mean, we remember camping out, Phantom Menace, man. People for days ahead of time, stuff, all that stuff. But to that point of what Freaky's saying, Star Wars since the any of the prequels and the Disney sequels, all of them I remember have always been peak cosplay stuff there. The number of people in costumes or elements of costumes and stuff showing up for these movies has always been top level because the fandom is truly fanatic. So that's no big, that to me saying that they showed it was peak during Force Awakens. I remember vividly standing in line for hours and hours for Phantom Menace, and almost everybody.
Nowhere over here is ever safe for anything.
There were so many people.
I'm liable to take it and put it somewhere else.
But I mean, those were the days, man. Camping outside of a theater just so you can try to get your seat.
Before online tickets.
Yeah, before reserved seating in the theater.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy that reserved seating thing. Phantom Menace was the event back in the day.
Don't get me wrong. Having lived through them both, I can look fondly back in those experiences, but at the same time, I hated having to go to a theater hours before a movie to go get in, if it was going to be a popular movie, to go stand in line just so I could get decent seats inside the theater. I mean, I love the modern system of going, let me pick my seats when I book my tickets, and I can show up, halfway through the trailers and stuff, and just know my seat is right where I want it, dead center in the middle of the theater where I booked it, right? And nobody can say shit to me about it. I love that.
They took his lightsaber. Nice.
Whereas, I remember like when I went and saw T2, I got there. I couldn't even get a ticket. It turned out they were like booked out. So then I had to go get a ticket for the Rocketeer because Rocketeer was showing at the same time as T2. And then going into Rocketeer, I just got caught up by the crowd that was going into T2 and got pushed into the T2 theater.
That happens.
There was no guaranteed seating. I could do that, and I could just go pick any seat and go sit. Nobody. So
well, hey, man, nowadays with movie attendance like it is, you can pretty much do that now. Just walk in.
This is true.
My bad. Just scoot over one.
Makes me happy. Empty theater, reclining chairs, nice place to take a nap.
Theaters never serve coffee. That is a huge miss, isn't it?
They don't bring it to my chair, but my theater has a Starbucks inside the
That's crazy.
The snack bar, whatever. There's the two sides that have all the popcorn and slushies and shit, and then there's an end cap that has alcohol, coffee, and ice cream.
You fancy bastard.
Well, fuck yeah, you know that, baby.
What's the next movie you think you might go see in theaters? It's probably gonna be Spider-Man, isn't it?
Mandalorian and Grogu.
That's before Spider-Man.
It's out in May.
That's the first Star Wars movie in theater in like a decade, and
My-
it's the Mandalorian and Grogu.
May is it's coming out Memorial Day weekend. I'm going on the Friday because I'm off on the Friday, and my sister's birthday is that month, and she's a bigger Star Wars nerd than me. It's hard to believe. So I'm going to go trek up to her neck of the woods, and we're going to go see the movie together.
Well, now that you mentioned Trek, what did you think of the finale to Trek?
To Trek?
To Starfleet Academy.
Oh, Starfleet. I said I liked the show. The beginning and end. You took the beginning and the end. I said they can make a movie, kind of like there. There's only you could take the middle episodes and probably pull like 30 minutes of footage from all that to make it a cohesive movie. And I didn't think it was bad. I looked past. You know what? Throughout the whole run, I watched the show. I looked forward to the episodes. Overall, I just focused on where we were going with the story. On it, it wasn't like amazing. It wasn't even great. It wasn't even, at times it was like, oh, what the hell? But I just watched it for it being what it was, being Trek, and didn't get caught up in. Just kind of looked past.
Well, I want to watch it. To Taylor's point, real quick, when you put the ring around the Starfleet area of space, I'm like, wait a minute, why don't they just fly up or down?
Well,
because they showed you the ring. They showed you the ring around it. It's one thing saying it, but they showed it to you. I'm like, we'll go that way or that way. Just don't go this way, and you're fine.
There, whether or not it was an actual sphere around it, who knows? But
they showed us it was not.
This is the habitual problem within any sci-fi, oftentimes, and like they only introduced the concept. It's only been hit on once in a blue moon, like Star Trek 2, where they talk about it. But everybody thinks of things on this horizontal level. I mean, like every time you see ships come together, they're always nose to nose on the same plane, or one slightly above the other. Nobody comes in upside down compared to the other one, or at a 90-degree angle to the other ship, or any of that stuff.
Well, that's a good point, Robin. People might not think about that had they not shown us it was the case. If they say they've put these bombs around Starfleet space sector, you think, okay, we're surrounded. But then they showed us. They did a whole giant screen map of how they're not surrounded.
Look, I get you.
There's just a few little roadblocks.
I just got done, but you're bringing this up as I said. I wasn't getting hung up on.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't getting hung up on it until they showed us. I didn't get hung up. They hung me up.
Fine. I said I was looking past a lot of that stuff. Just watching this story. Overall, it was a show. It started strong. It ended what I thought was fairly strong. The middle, was like it's a hammock. It's like, oh, okay, I got stuck in the middle at times. It's easy to get hung up on certain things, but at the end of the day, it wasn't the worst thing I'd ever watched. I enjoyed it to an extent, and I'm fine with that. I admit that it's not for everybody.
I was doing okay through it. Like I chuckled at the little ring thing. Like that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
I tease a little when I'm talking with you about it or anybody about it. But when we got to the trial scene, I cringed until my shoulders were sore. That whole thing was the most cringe thing in the world. And then the mom, the murderer, like after that, she's like, "Oh, just come back with us. Everything's cool." Like, yo, you just sentenced this woman to death. You're still with these bad guys after you're a freaking murderer. And then like they all got amnesia in the next scene. Like, oh, it's cool. Let's all hug and let's smile at each other from across the room.
She was never a murderer. The mom wasn't a murderer. She
is an accomplice to murder with a gang of terrorists.
So she was an accomplice. She was part of a crime during
She was
which
part of a murder gang.
the
An
officer was
official
killed.
with a family, which they highlighted in this one.
But
She should be in jail.
But she did not kill. She didn't kill anybody.
She should be in jail. Her
Just-
actions led to the death of an individual who was innocent,
and she was sentenced and stuff and everything else.
and she broke out. Like, send her back. Like, they're all just like, no, let's hug about it. Let's smile from across the room. The craziest part of that show, and this is why I think like it's just propaganda trash at this point, because you actually just now were defending it, defending that woman's actions.
I heard
No,
murder.
I'm not defending. I'm clarifying your statements. You're saying she's a murderer,
Mhm.
but she did not pull a trigger and kill anybody. There's in legal world.
So there's only 1 degree of murder, is what you're saying.
She didn't even accidentally kill. She was just with a group of people whereby at the time a death occurred. So there are, even in the legal world, there are these nuances, and it's important that you separate these things.
Yo,
man.
there's no way.
If you and I go out to Heroes Con and we're there together as doing our thing, and for some strange reason I go off and I end someone's existence. You were sitting in the hotel with me at the time it happened. Are you now a murderer?
Let's make it an actual appropriate comparison here. If we go to Heroes Con with the intention of raising money for comics curing cancer, and we are at our booth doing such, you walk across to talk to Capital Comics while I stand there and I upsell a Lou Ferrigno signed Hulk slab for a good bit of money. When you come back, we collectively have raised money for the American Cancer Society, despite you not being the one that upsold that. We still achieved a goal. This bitch, collectively with a gang of terrorists, killed someone.
Well, we may have done something. I didn't do it. You sold it. Just like the group did something.
She has
a
level degree of guilt,
which is hence what she was sentenced for.
Yeah, it's called woman slaughter.
It's not even manslaughter.
It's called woman slaughter
because she didn't. For it to be manslaughter, woman slaughter, any of those.
How about this?
You have to actually be the person that causes the
How about
death.
this, Rob? You and I come to a house. I pick the lock. You go in and harm someone. Am I guilty for letting you in?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where
the fact that this is a debatable thing shows you the level of propaganda this show was. This show should burn in hell.
Your example's perfect. During that whole thing, though, yes, you're guilty for letting me in. You're by association, but you're not guilty if I end someone.
I would be charged with accomplice to murder, not breaking and entering. You'd be
perfect.
2 charges.
Perfect. An
Two
accomplice.
Depending,
which is exactly what she was.
You would be sentenced just the same.
Yeah, depending on the state, you can be charged with the murder as well.
Yeah, you'd be lucky if you get sentenced less. That's the thing with her. She was a party to her direct actions led to the death of somebody. It wasn't that she pulled the trigger. Like it wasn't that she was just some innocent person hanging out with these people that happened to do something. That isn't a thing. She was part of a terrorist.
I live in a world where words in legal worlds where labels are specific.
I just did.
Have meaning.
And
in this particular event, saying that she's a murderer is not an accurate descriptor.
I'll fix it. She's a murderess.
That's not an accurate descriptor either, because she was not.
She's a murder
person who ended someone else's existence.
Which show you guys talking about?
Star Trek.
The Starfleet Academy show. The premise of the show, it starts with this woman getting arrested
I
because
thought you guys were talking about some. Anyway,
something interesting, right?
The show itself is a terrorist attack.
Paul Giamatti is the guest star of the show, and he's the leader of a terrorist cell. And the opening of the show, the season 1, episode 1, starts with Starfleet putting this woman on trial who was part of his terrorist gang that broke into a place, killed this guy who is a member of Starfleet, which is basically like their cops or government, everything in the area kind of thing. And she got caught, and she's charged with being accomplice to his death and being a group of that terror cell. She has a small son
To the death.
who gets separated from the mom. You see where some of the little propaganda shit is here. They separated the child from the parent, and the whole season they spend preaching to you about how it was wrong to separate him and how these kids are always right and authority doesn't know shit.
But
And we
the
have to
murder was
listen
fun.
to these kids that don't know shit. And by the end of it, the tables get flipped. She breaks back out of jail. The kid's older, and he's the one going through Starfleet, the organization that sentenced his mom to prison kind of thing. And he just runs roughshod over him the whole time. By the end of it, the mom's broke out again. He finds his mom, and the leader of Starfleet Academy, who is like the one to separate him, she's being put on trial by the terrorist organization, where the mom sits there and listens to her whole defense on how the guy that you killed was this man and that, and he's a good guy, family, job, all this stuff. Doesn't care, considers her guilty for separating her from her family. And then, the day gets saved at the last second, terror cell gets taken out, and this terrorist, murderous piece of shit mom is just welcomed into Starfleet at the end with sunlight shining and everyone hugging and smiling from across the way. And let me point out, this is only mere minutes apart from trial to, oh, now I'm happy with Starfleet with these people. It's disgusting. The show's propaganda.
She's never happy with them. She's uneasy the whole. Anyways,
that's my
sounds-
over excessive.
It's your oversimplification as well, because she's not happy.
I had to catch DJ up on an entire.
She's not happy with them. Even at the end, she's happy that her son is safe, and she's starting to accept that who he is. But she's uncomfortable with it the whole time. She's not thrilled with the concept, but she's loving her child and allowing him to be who he is.
That sounds really heavy for a Tubi cartoon.
A Tubi cartoon, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it was dude. It's a hard watch, and the worst part about all of this,
I came in to make jokes.
Stuff in it is that it's not even written well or well executed. So this isn't under the surface messaging. This is primary messaging.
Irrelevant. You asked me what I thought of it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong.
And I acknowledge 100% that there's a bunch of issues with it, but I still walked away from it. I got some enjoyment from it. That doesn't change. Whether or not something is good or not has nothing to do with anything else than after watching it, I enjoyed more of it than I hated. End of story.
I don't even know what network it's on. Oh, it's on Paramount, right?
Yeah.
Hulk number 2, yay! What's
Best
up, Rob?
Number 2 of the Silver Age? I don't know.
Hulk number 2.
Amazing Spider-Man number 2 is pretty big number 2 too.
Amazing Spider-Man number 2. I would argue Hulk 2 just because of the change from gray to green Hulk. So I would argue in favor of Hulk 2.
Interesting.
Have y'all been keeping up with the Afro Man stuff in the past few days? It's been hilarious and awesome.
Because it got high? What? No.
That guy, so he's like 52 years old now, and like someone tipped off the FBI, or I don't know the details what led up to it, but something about having someone kidnapped in his house or something, and police raided his house, and there was nothing there. And in his home security footage, when the cops walking through his house, this one guy does a double take at a pound cake that's sitting on his table in his kitchen. Nice house, dude's got money, you know what I mean? Cop does a double take, so he does in classic Afro Man fashion an entire comedy cut song of Under the Boardwalk, but lemon pound cake about that officer, and does a music video and everything. And the officer tries to sue him for defamation or whatever because people started mailing pound cakes to the police department for him. And so there's this whole court clip of the cop in court trying to complain about it, and the defense and the prosecution are having to reference the music video and play it in the courtroom and stuff. It's the funniest shit ever, dude.
Oh, wow. I did
Yeah,
not.
he's got like 5. The lemon pound cake one is the best. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's so funny. It's worth spending a day just having fun looking into it.
That's interesting, because I mean, we know that, DJ, we know that you're famously all about your corn muffin, but where do you fall on the lemon pound cake spectrum? Are you for or against lemon pound cake? And does it matter whether it's iced or not?
That's a great question, Rob. Falling on the lemon pound cake spectrum, I can manage. I don't need medication.
Okay. So you like it. So you're saying that it doesn't even need to be iced. You're in favor of, you're pro lemon pound cake.
I'm pro plain old, just plain pound cake. I could rock a plain pound cake.
But no, we're not talking about plain pound cake, because I agree. Plain pound cake is actually surprisingly good. I'm talking.
Why are you surprised? The pound cake is good. It's delicious.
Hold on. We're trying to get these are hard questions that people want to know where DJ stands on lemon pound cake.
Lemon, I'll walk past it in the aisle.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. So you are decidedly anti lemon pound cake.
It's not that I'm anti. I haven't had pound cake in more than 10 years.
So you haven't had your cake pounded in 10 years. Got it.
Oh, that's all. That's it. That's you guys. Your end.
That's where we had to go to set this joke up. Thank you.
All right, let's take it to Drew. How do you feel about Pound Town?
I feel like Pound Town is delicious. I mean, pound cake is delicious.
And lemon pound cake specifically.
Drew's been known to eat lemon pound cake from the back.
Any pound cake with a citrus element is good. I think like a orange pound cake would be really delicious as well. I've never had a lime pound cake, but that doesn't sound bad.
What about horrible. Icing? Are you like
key lime pound cake?
Does your lemon pound cake better to you plain, or does it need to have that icing on top of it?
I like the icing.
Well, that's like saying are fries better with or without cheese? I mean, they're good. Cheese makes it good.
Cheese is disgusting. I'm a plain kind of
cheese is disgusting.
Cheese
like a true communist.
Link says that, but I've seen him suck an udder of a cow in a field before.
Cheese is the devil's condiment.
Cheese is not a condiment.
That would be mayonnaise.
Exactly.
The devil's condiment is not mayonnaise, sir.
It is. That's the devil's jizz.
Mayonnaise is the basis of most other condiments.
Basis is fine, but by itself is crazy.
Rob, where do you stand on mayonnaise, Rob?
I like mayonnaise on my sandwiches.
Do you stand on mayonnaise though?
Do you stand?
I
think through it if there's that much of it, but I'm not. When I was a kid, it was mayo only on a sandwich. Like if I had ham or lamb sandwich or something, it was only mayonnaise. Now I've
ham or lamb only meats that sound alike.
So
rhyming meats only.
When I was growing up, there was several places around here that had raised lamb, and so you could get it very inexpensively. You could buy the whole lamb. Mom would buy a whole lamb and have it delivered all chopped up, put it in the freezer. So we had legs of lamb and stuff a lot, and so then you could make lunch meat by slicing up the leg of lamb. So I had that a lot as a kid growing up. But not necessarily fancy. It was more affordable than beef at the time.
With lemon pound cakes
because there was local
pound cake bread.
There were local ranchers that were selling in the 70s. It was very common for just like milk was delivered to your door. Ranchers sold it and they'd bring a half. You want to buy half a cow, half a sheep, whatever you want. In fact, if you ordered from them once, some of them would give you a freezer for free, so you'd come back and buy from them again. You'd keep restocking your freezer and stuff. So
I was going to go to
where did you live? Scotland?
Yeah, he lived in Westeros. I was going to go to school and I ate lamb.
A mile from where I live right now.
Kentucky yum yum sauce. That sounds wrong.
But anyways, I like mayonnaise paired with like mustard.
Yum yum sauce is just white sauce from the Japanese restaurants.
Yum yum sauce is normally a mayonnaise based sauce with some sort of sriracha.
I'm never going anywhere and ordering yum yum sauce.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Nor am I ordering creamy young something guy either. Right?
Exclude yourself from the glory that is the PF Chang's then.
Yeah, yum yum sauce.
No problem.
It sounds like it needs to be redacted on the menu.
Billy just said his safe word. Someone needs to do a wellness check on Billy.
JustinComicx X-Men is awesome. That's a fact.
Oh, but chocolate milk mountains.
People that don't eat mayo are the same ones that eat pizza rolls. Huh? I don't eat.
I will dip
eat
my pizza
either.
rolls in mayo, so you're
I don't
wrong
eat either.
somehow.
I don't
Sometimes I burn my toast, Mark. Yeah. Good morning, homie.
I understand why some people don't care for it, but you know, I grew up with it, so I'm fine with mayonnaise.
I don't like Miracle Whip. That shit's
Oh,
What's the difference other than ingredients? I mean, like in texture and flavor, because I don't eat either.
Miracle Whip
It's
is like
ingredients.
oddly sweet.
Sweet and tang. Oh,
Yeah, it's not very good.
Here's your lamb leg, sir, with your bucket of mayonnaise.
yeah, it was only in a sandwich. So it wasn't like
Nobody can have a
spreading
BLT without mayo.
wasn't spreading mayonnaise on like a lamb.
Should be called a BLMT.
You
Because
had
mayonnaise is necessity.
a whole leg of lamb just slathered in mayonnaise. Going to town.
Definitely not.
Mayonnaise is a really great marinade.
Pass.
And sometimes it's necessary. I mean, you got yourself, you're eating like, you know, especially if you carve it off turkey breast, something that was dry or something for some reason, then you need to add some moisture to it. Mayonnaise is a nice way to add some moisture to it.
There you go. I like a cheap, oily mayonnaise, to be honest. I think that they taste better.
Anyways, yeah, mayonnaise on a grilled, yeah, put mayonnaise on the outside of your grilled cheese sandwich, and when you're to help toast the bread. I agree. I didn't know about that, Taylor, until be honest, I ordered grilled cheese one time at this
is like a
sandwich shop, and I saw them doing it. And I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then I was like, "I was sold ever since. I'm down."
A croque monsieur is made with mayonnaise instead of butter.
Breakfast is here.
Hellman's mayo on white bread is a Caucasian thing.
Wow.
Well, okay.
Well, yeah. Well,
I'm gonna dip. I'll hop back on in a little bit.
When you dip, we dip.
I'm not gonna dip in mayonnaise though.
Yeah, dip is breakfast.
Yeah, he's gonna go swim in mayonnaise.
Ugh. All right, I'll be back.
So you say, Drew?
What's going on, man?
Earlier on, we had two topics that kicked us off. Mark wanted to talk about Spider-Man, so we can start there.
I will say that the Spider-Man trailer looks amazing outside of one thing. Stop bringing back the organic webs. I don't want organic webs. I thought that when we moved away from the organic webs and went to the web shooters and the Amazing Spider-Man, that's the most important thing that they did. I think it shows Peter Parker's scientific aptitude. I think it shows a lot of who he is as a character, his engineering ability, yeah, organic webs is weird.
Unless you're Spider-Man 2099.
Well, that's fine. That's the future. We don't know what the future holds.
Well, it makes more sense because there his DNA is cross intertwined, much like the Fly, as opposed to just getting bit by a radioactive spider.
Well, I think that's the kind of the thing they're leaning into, right? If we don't get the mentioning of a neogenic recombinator at some point during this movie, I'm going to be very upset.
But he's evolving, but yeah.
It's like the evolution, the mutation of Spider-Man. If we get a full-on man spider, I'd be happy with that at some point.
But
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Everything that the trailer has shown us, though, as far as like the tone of the film and the shots that are completely ripped directly from the panels of the comics, has been positive in my opinion.
When I look at it, so if we go going as you're talking about this evolving thing, does this now make him a mutant?
Gotta hope so.
But the
Tom Holland in the new X-Men movie.
See, to me, I was telling Marcus. To me, I was just kind of like, I want to be optimistic. I want to, as a Spider-Man guy, but I've been so beaten by Marvel on Spider-Man for so long on this, and to see them leaning a story that's all starting off based in the worst fucking storyline in Spider-Man history, and then chalking a movie full of at least five known villains and potentially one more. I mean, it just seems like historically, the more villains you add to a superhero movie, the less good that movie is.
I would say it really depends on how big and important these villains are. If these villains are short asides, kind of little like vignettes of, you know, bigger fights that he's had, like as part of like montages, or in the way that they did the intro, hey, it's Cocaine Matt, I'm here to wake us up with all that powdery goodness.
Thank you, Drew.
I think that like if we get like the introductory scene in Fantastic Four where they went over the history of the villains they fought, if and it doesn't have to be like that as like directly, but just like little snapshots of like him throughout the days fighting these villains. They don't have to be important. They don't have to be big parts of the overarching narrative of the film. They can just be seasoning on the steak. And if that's the case, then there's not a problem throwing too much shit in this bag here. But you're right. It does look like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, to be honest. And even though it all looks like it's good shit, like, man, at a certain point, what are we doing?
Yeah. So I'm just really kind of like, to me, it's like I'm going in cautious. You know, it's one of those things again. It's like I'm going to set my expectations here and hope that it rises to this.
Well, Spider-Man has been in a bunch of feature films, and only one of them has been objectively bad, in my opinion. So I think that I'll have a good time with it regardless.
Well, I'm sure I'll watch it no matter
there she
what.
goes.
But yeah, herky jerky. But all right, so there's that. Now, Firefly.
It's going to be animated, and it doesn't have a home yet. It's
Right.
a Kickstarter project, basically. They're asking for people to support a project in the interest that somebody is interested in it. I think
to show that the fan base is bigger than just a bunch of a small room full of noisy people, that it's a bigger group of noisy people.
I don't think it is a bigger group of noisy people. I really don't. I think that Firefly had its moment. I think that the Firefly revival was the Serenity movie. And I think the fact that nothing has happened with that property since, outside of some comics that had disappointing sales.
Like books. Well, I mean,
were there books as well? Novellas?
Yeah, there were some books, yeah.
Oh, great. Good. How do you spell Goram? You know, that's like
Goram.
Sure.
Obviously merch and stuff.
I just rewatched Firefly. It's something I've been doing for like the past 2 weeks.
Stands up, don't it?
It's all right. It's all right.
Great.
I mean, here's the thing: is it's good, but it's not so good that I don't know why it was canceled. You know what I mean? Like I can.
Well, we know why it was canceled, because you show it out of order, then you shifted in not even 14 episodes, because it was canceled after 11 episodes. So in 11 episodes, you started on episode 3, and then you would delay it because of baseball, and then you'd shift what night it was. I mean, it got moved around and nobody knew when it was on.
Sure, but it also didn't.
In an era,
it also didn't
broadcast
garner.
TV was the way that you watched stuff.
But it also didn't garner a response from the public, like, where is my Firefly? Not until after it was canceled. And then people were like, well, this was good. Why did it get canceled?
Well, again,
it was good, but
if you start something in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'm saying. I think it's a very enjoyable show. Great cast, good characters. I would like to see more of that universe. Am I super excited that they might be doing an animated spin-off show? No, that doesn't really excite me at all. And I don't think that the audience for Firefly is as big as the audience for Firefly thinks that it is. I think that it is a quality show that should have got a longer run, but in the end is small potatoes. And I don't mean to disparage anybody who's a deep Firefly fan. I think it's really good. Like I just said, I just rewatched it. I do think Serenity is better. I think that when you boil the essence of that show down to a 2-hour movie, it works much better than it did as a 14-episode series. That series didn't really get an end. So
what's Firefly?
See? Wow.
She's high on cocaine.
Well, that means she's more perceptive. It's a stimulant.
Kill you guys.
You're not supposed to get high on your own supply.
They say
That's
that.
the number one rule. Everyone knows that.
Brian was a super
People who don't get high on their own supply have no sense of adventure.
That's I am part of that small core, so I mean, I'll admit I'm excited, but
I think it'll probably end up being okay, if not good. You know, I mean, I don't think it'll be bad. I think that it's going to have trouble finding.
I think it would be good just for whether it finds a home or not. I think it would be good if they go forward, just because the actors and everyone involved in it is passionate about it enough that they've kept it going and trying to get this thing going for so long. And so most actors by now, after doing a 14 episode show 25 years ago, would have moved on with their lives.
Yeah, but Nathan Fillion got to be Han Solo for 14 episodes in a movie. So he's like, all right, I kind of want to do that again.
And he keeps bringing it up throughout like every show he's done since. You know, he works stuff in on purpose to try to do that stuff. And they, so obviously there's a passion for the project from the actors. So I think that's helpful. And it'll be fun. Anyways. All right.
I hope that they find a home for it. But at the same time,
there's other schlock that makes its way on the streaming service.
But in a Hollywood ecosystem that is so big on taking anything that had any sort of note in the past and repackaging it for profit, the fact that they haven't done anything with Firefly yet makes me believe that it might be a little bit too little, too late.
Well, there was what's crazy was for a while there was an entire MMO game that was being developed, and had all the actors had come in and recorded voice acting stuff for the game and all this other stuff, and they started to get people signing up for the pre stuff, and then all of a sudden it went quiet. And to this day, when you try to look up to see what happened to it, it's never been killed. It's just kind of just disappeared. And people are under NDAs and can't talk about it. And it's the most weird, mysterious thing ever to have a video game that was developed and then go into NDA mode that nobody can even just say, no, they pulled the plug on the game, you know?
Right. The strangest thing about that to me is that video games are such a much higher cost of entry than film or television is.
Yeah, to build an MMO world. And
right. You're trying to build a persistent world where you're going to need a dev team on standby to do constant round-the-clock updates. An MMO is just a really poor investment. To think that they thought Firefly had the legs to run an MMO, right? Well, you need the tens of thousands of concurrent players in order to make it a viable business.
Well, and because originally they were going to try to make it like a mobile game. It started off as a mobile game, and
that sounds about right.
And then it evolved into this but no, now that's going to be available on this, and you can do this. And I think that's what kind of they
sounds to me like a couple of nerds got a little too big for their britches on that one.
Like many projects in business, scope creep is the easiest way to kill a project.
Make it too big.
Adam, amazing Spider-Man trailer. What did you think about the Spider-Man trailer? That's what Mark wants to know.
I'm looking at it right now, actually.
You want? Okay, I need to pull it up. So.
Okay, go watch it and then let us know.
No, I did watch War Machine. That was
You're too busy doing cocaine. I got it.
Come on, guys, I can't even come on anymore.
That's right. I'm sorry. That's true. You weren't doing it. You were outside.
I don't want to be labeled.
You were hustling and pushing,
chopping, cutting, cooking.
Yeah, I got it.
Cocaine, madam, shit.
Ah, Drew, I'll make up a name for you.
She doesn't even do it. She's actually just the one in charge. She's got a whole bunch of underlings.
Yeah.
That actually do it for her, which is the crazy
she sits on a giant armchair that is embroidered. It's upholstered with endangered species that she had hunted.
Yes,
she didn't hunt them herself. She had somebody else do it. She just sits on it like Craven the Hunter and watches people chop and cut cocaine.
She has sculpted, instead of swords coming out of that recliner, it's Coke spoons.
Cocaine and straws and
yeah. So
she is a whole gang of thugs that just have really long pinky nails.
Wow. Yeah, I don't.
Comic Web's down. He's ready. Yep.
He's all right.
The devil wears many disguises.
I watched War Machine.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
We're
You should
waiting
see it.
for your-
It's pretty good. Okay, it's like a big like propaganda. They'll like, let's go join the military as well.
I don't even know if it's that, but
Too old
Oh,
for that.
I felt like it was all of that.
one guy who was already in the army who and his brother dies, and so he tries to carry out a promise for his brother.
Yeah, the whole thing is he's just in Ranger training school, and they out in the field, out in their little training woods. So they don't have actual weapons. They're just meant to go like find a down spot and retrieve and get it back to base without proper resources, kind of thing. They come across, well, they show you on TV like a meteorite falling to Earth in passing. They come across a literal alien war machine. It's Predator, but with a tech bot instead of an alien person. So they're forced to try to survive.
9 on steroids.
It's literally Predator with instead of an organic.
I'm saying the war machine is basically Ed 209.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
But it's fun.
It was fun, and the
Is it a
guy
Netflix
luckily
movie?
didn't have many lines.
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie. I didn't get any propaganda out of it. Like I think it would have been better if it had it, because it was literally just like no one even talks hardly in the movie.
Yes, well, that's good because that guy can't act that well. So
Who
He
was
was-
it?
It's Alan Richardson movie,
mhm.
Alan Richardson can't act very well.
which is
I
perfect
mean,
because
look
he
good.
doesn't
I don't
talk.
But yeah,
was in
given
that
those
Titans
lines,
show.
it's kind of difficult sometimes.
He was Hawk.
Oh, Titans! You said Titans. I'm thinking Monarch because that's what they call the kaiju.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he played
Titans,
Hawk,
like as
yeah.
in Teen Titans.
Yeah,
He-
Damien blew his ass up.
Yeah, he played a guy who got to bang Minka Kelly, and I'll forever be jealous.
Blink said War Machine is Terminator Predator hybrid with terrible
Well,
acting.
I was
So
kind of
it's
raised
a
in.
Terminator Predator hybrid. Those movies
Oh.
didn't have great acting in them.
I know that's right. But it
Terminator
didn't stop
2
the movie.
Dude, the best acting in Predator is when that dude cuts himself across the chest and he's like, oh, and then the next scene he's off screen, you hear him going, ah.
I would say it was when Bill Duke loses his shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Bill Duke acted his ass off in that movie. I Ain't Got Time to Bleed, and when he had his crash out and everything,
Is Jesse Ventura in this too?
he was in the first one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse did good in there too. What was that famous line he had in the helicopter at the beginning, Drew?
I don't remember.
It get you canceled today, so good thing you don't remember.
I think coming from the military, I can
Can't
see
get canceled today.
from
It would
those
get you
eyes-
canceled today. Just look
You
at
can't
I'll
get
send you-
canceled today.
Huh?
Everything you get canceled for the last 20 years got undone. You can say whatever you want these days.
It-
I found
Yes,
it.
this
I found it
Sledge,
interesting.
Sledge didn't forget. What, madam?
Nothing. I'll raise my hand next time.
Sorry, I was on a roll.
I felt like coming from being in the military for a long time as a military family member, I could see all of the rhetoric and the hoorah and like what you want to get instilled, and the fact that that soldier got to single-handedly save humanity. Like
Well, who else would save
and that's what
humanity?
you
I don't,
want.
but
You
see, I
want
don't.
to-
That didn't even happen, did it? Because all they did was survive the woods just to get back to find out that humanity's
No.
fucked and we need a sequel.
But they're
Because,
going-
like,
they're going
apparently
out.
it wasn't
Talk
just
about
this
the
one
venting
that
thing.
crashed.
Oh, they get out of the woods and the reveal is
venting.
that this has been happening everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
But they talked to
Oh.
him and they said, "Hey," and he's like,
Soylent
"He had the
Green
secret of
is
how to
people.
kill them all."
Well, they
I'll say
asked
what
because
this is-
he did successfully defeat one. So they've been having difficulty. So they're asking him, how did you do it? Because he did it without weapons.
Now
and
watch
then-
this, Drew.
Then it was okay. So now we're getting ready to go off to go engage all these things. These guys are all looking up to you just because they heard what you he's already a verbal legend beyond what he was, which is ridiculous. And so
He went viral.
Talk to them. So he goes out and says something, goes out and immediately
Terrible
goes
speech.
hop on a copter just because he just wants to do the work. Is his whole thing.
You know
He's
what?
hop on a copter and passes
The
out.
kryptonite for these war machines is honestly Jack Sparrow. And even Kyle made fun of it. She's like, I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Because that's literally
Dirt kills them.
they send these ultimate war machines to a planet called Earth, and its weakness is putting a little dirt on top of it.
So
Well, it's just like signs.
so the whole
The
thing is
water is the thing
his
that kills
background.
the aliens. Like
his
Well,
background.
it's actually stopping the venting that they're doing. But yeah.
Yeah, so he's a mechanic when we meet.
oh,
him.
they overheat when you clog their vents.
Yeah.
The vent is on the top, and you just put some
Bingo!
dirt in the vent, bro.
This is exactly it. So when we set up initially, he's out in the desert. He's fixing a convoy that's gone down because they put stop leak in their radiator. The radiator clogged up and was overheating. And so then he ends up during this thing, he notices these machines venting and stuff.
Yeah.
And
When he's
and
trying to
has
kill
the
it with a
epiphany
caterpillar.
that
cat
if we
with a-
can clog up their ability to heat, they'll overheat. And in all machinery, if it overheats, is going to fail. And so he applies that.
Wasn't he sticking that alien with the caterpillar, the big
He used the
Oh,
he
the
used
plow,
the
whatever that thing was.
quarry.
Holding it there so he could pour dirt on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
he used that to.
But that
to
was like
hold
a
it.
commercial for a cat. I thought they just didn't have the letters on it.
I'm sorry they didn't use a Massey Ferguson instead of using Caterpillar. I mean, if we surveyed randomly quarries across America, I'm going to bet you overwhelmingly the majority of said equipment is Caterpillar versus Massey Ferguson or
Yeah.
whatever their
Deere.
manufacturer.
So it's not,
John
it's not a
Deere-
movie about the military-industrial complex. It's more a movie about the
Caterpillar.
issues with
And
the
it's
monopoly
sort
of Caterpillar.
If they snap that would be a great commercial because that caterpillar was just given. I mean, it was giving the aliens some hard time.
It gave it as well as it got.
Well, I don't watch Netflix movies, so thank you for keeping me up to date on this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he's a combat engineer and mechanic.
Combat mechanic.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm going to use this wrench. It's going to win the war.
It was a fun one watcher is what I would consider
Yeah,
it.
we'll never go back and rewatch it. That's for sure.
Now there was a really cool shot, like the little chase scene when it was running behind them and they were in the little tank vehicle and it's just getting slowly blown to bits while they're trying to shoot back and stuff. I like the fast pacedness of that little 3 to 5 minutes there. That was pretty cool. The way it
Anybody
was
else
filmed.
in this flick, or just the Richardson guy?
No, Dennis Quaid is got a small role as like the high-ranking official.
He plays the Dennis Quaid type.
Yeah, pretty much. So you
Yeah,
see
more
him,
of a
you see him
serious
briefly at the
character.
beginning and then briefly at the end, kind of thing.
Maybe I will put that on the docket.
It's worth a one
It's
watch.
worth watching.
It really is. Yeah.
Last weekend.
Oh,
on
Jai Courtney's in it in the opening scene as Alan's brother.
Does he die real quick?
It's Jai Courtney. What do you think?
I think he does.
That's all he does.
It's true. That's all he needs to do.
The Jai Courtney thing.
He's like Sean Bean, but you don't have time to get invested in his character.
An uninvestable.
He's like
Sean
Diet
Bean.
Sean Bean.
All right, he's not a mechanic. Okay.
I tell you what, I
He was
did watch
working on
last
he was
weekend.
coming out there to work on an overheated Humvee. To me, that's, I mean, it may not have been what his role was, but he was doing at that time was mechanic work. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did great. He did great mechanic work as a combat engineer. Combat engineers sometimes do mechanic work. One would think.
I just know he was responding to an overheated Humvee caravan and was working on the radiator.
In
Like, what
combat.
we should do is overheat these alien robots. No, I watched the 2 Zootopia movies this
Sure,
past
sure.
week on the
Alright.
recommendation of one Finn of Comics. He was hyped about it when we talked last week, and he's like, Zootopia 2, it was really great. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll watch it. And he's like, you got to watch the first one. So I did, and it was time well spent.
Awesome. You enjoyed him?
I very much enjoyed the all of the buddy cop tropes throughout, and I love the way that just the simple framing of scenes is just, most of it's just ripped from another movie. And it's a very much an homage. As far as, the moral of the story and all that, it was okay. I think that overall the comedy all lands. You got really great animation in both flicks, and all of the tropes from the buddy cop movies. It's like, what if Disney made another 48 hours?
Do you notice how the second one is like a love letter to cinema almost? They do tons of little homages to like
There's a lot of
movies.
homages.
Yeah. Like that's definitely for the adults in the room with the kids.
Very much so, and in a way that is, the first one had a lot of adult style jokes that I thought were really well weaved into the film. I didn't notice nearly as much of that in the second movie, but I thought that it was very enjoyable still. I like me some Jason Bateman as a
he's
Fox.
awesome. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
A great actor anyway. I think so.
Yeah. And Jenny Slate as the assistant mayor. She was great in the first one. I'm a big Jenny Slate fan. But very good. I enjoyed that a lot. Aside from that, I'm watching old episodes of ER.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I was watching The Pit.
Shout out to young Clooney.
Yeah, young Clooney's great. Young Noah Wiley. Come on. Anthony Edwards. So good. Juliana Margulies. I forgot how hot she was. What a looker. But I was watching The Pit, and when that was over, I really enjoyed that show.
It's a good show, but it's a tough watch.
It is very hard to watch, especially when I get home from work and I'm like, oh, there's a new episode of The Pit, and I put it on and I'm eating, and then there's just like open heart surgery going on. I'm like, all right, we're gonna need to pause this until I'm done my sandwich. But that after I was catching up on the last two episodes of The Pit, and after that, ER just started streaming from my HBO Max or Max, whatever they call it.
The algorithm thought that you would like this, huh?
I've been very much enjoying it. I watched like a whole entire season of it.
There you are.
It's been my come home from work and pass out to show.
I was wondering, Robbie, about your mayonnaise sandwiches you're talking about.
Not mayonnaise sandwiches that had mayonnaise.
Yes.
Mayonnaise sandwiches have mayonnaise, and they're also
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
True. Now, when I was little, I was very skinny. And my mom would just hope I would eat all the time. I would be a very picky eater.
You say that like you're not
eat anything, So I ate 5 mayonnaise sandwiches. It's just mayonnaise bread, and that was it.
Why didn't you just dip the bread in the mayonnaise at that point?
So my dad
call that Caucasian chips and salsa.
She's like, guess what Stephanie did? He's like, what? She's like, she ate 5 mayonnaise sandwiches. It was like,
nothing
so,
like a
so what you're saying is you were a fan of the white stuff even as a young child, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, phrasing, bud.
Yeah.
Wow. I have
perfectly timed silence.
Yeah.
I have in my life, so there you go.
It makes me want a mayonnaise sandwich with bacon.
Where you can donate to your local ER.
I donate to my local ER by assaulting strangers. They got to go somewhere when they're hurt.
Wow.
I feel like they do all their donating on their own.
I don't know. The last episode got a little political. There's an ICE agent.
Yeah, it was just 1 week ago. See, these articles, these news things never get pushed through media, but there's been numerous times periodically where a large scale facility, I don't mean a small operation, I mean a large scale facility for illegal organ harvesting and black market selling of human organs gets shut down and busted. And as little as 1 week ago, a body broker ring was busted by the feds. That happens all the time right here in the States. I mean, warehouses as big as Amazon fulfillment facilities shut down, and it's just a giant illegal organ harvesting ring. So ERs don't need anybody to donate on their own because they are knocking people off and taking what they want as is anyways.
I think organs are probably too hard to keep viable for these places to be as large as you're purporting.
Oh, don't
think
believe
that
me. You're sitting in
fresh.
you're sitting in front of a computer. Simply look.
I mean, I think that there are organ smuggling rings. I mean, that's a definite, but I don't think they're as big as Amazon fulfillment centers. That's a lot of
So what's
kidneys
what's
on
crazy is you don't have to even wonder if it is or isn't. You can simply look. I
Okay.
encourage you.
My algorithm has enough.
I'm not saying
to make
look.
me paranoid.
I'm not saying look on your algorithm. Don't get on social media. Like look up for the actual. God, it
Yeah,
breaks
but
my heart.
if I start Googling that, it's gonna pervasively find its way into my search engine history, which will then it'll then tell Facebook that I need organs, and it'll start trying to sell me organs.
Incognito browser.
How many of you guys are organ donors?
Oh God, no!
I leave Oregon to itself.
That's like putting
Good.
do
I like
not
to hear this
resuscitate on your
one.
license.
Hey, here's one where
you an organ donor?
here's a large scale facility. NBC News. This is older, but when they busted it in, the people who worked there were even sewing body parts together for fun, and they described it like a Frankenstein scenario.
Well, that does sound
Fun with body
though.
parts. I can see it.
That does sound fun. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
I would like to sew a heart to a foot.
Would you?
I don't know. I mean, sounds like a good place to start
I
with
remember in Game of
experiments.
Thrones when Jon Snow dies, they sew his wolf head on his body. Or not
Yeah.
Jon Snow, the Stark, the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Stark.
Yeah, Rob Stark. I remember reading that in the book and being like, wow.
It's really
that's
upset that they killed the
that's
dog.
savage, you know? And then I wondered if they're going to do it the show, and they did.
Exactly, JB.
Church organs.
No,
Yeah.
what they do if you're an organ donor, they try to keep you
Good.
alive while they harvest your organs. Because it's better if they're fresh.
Well, dead organs don't do any good to the living.
No.
100%.
Ew.
The dude, again, like the actual reality that we live in, people like, unless you like have gone down rabbit holes, when you hear truth, it just sounds so crazy. Your reaction is, I don't think that can be. Not only is it the case, it's often 10 times worse than what we know about.
Well, that certainly has potential to be true. I don't
It's
deny
not even
it,
a potential, it's a fact.
I mean, I haven't done the research, so
You mean you've not personally harvested an
I'm
organ?
not telling you you're wrong. I'm just saying that Amazon fulfillment centers are really fucking big.
Yeah.
Like that's
They sure are.
that's my argument.
Conspiracy.
Is that if you're saying that these are the size these organ farms are the size of a football field, all I'm saying is that Amazon fulfillment centers are at least 3 football fields. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
Oh God, thank you. That was good. I like that one.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Fortunately, that's the nice thing about being a large, fat, out of shape guy. They look at me and go, yeah, no, his stuff is shit. Let's move on. Find a better target.
You know, they might think that it's well packed, insulated.
Yeah, it's like the already buying a used car that from 1974 that's been on the lot for 20 years and just broken down and gathered dust. It's like, nobody wants that one.
I hate to tell you, Pops, and that doesn't stop them. Not even being an organ donor doesn't stop them from harvesting your organs.
Yeah.
Like there's literally like, oh, let's illegally harvest these organs. Well, first we need a signature from a next of kin.
I think he's talking. Your dad's talking about not the human trafficking side, but the actual hospitals.
Where do you think this human trafficking starts?
At the hospitals.
There you go.
Well, I'd probably say at the border.
You know where most people die?
At home.
Where?
At home.
Hospitals.
Yeah, you don't want to go there. You could die
Yeah,
there.
more people die at hospitals than not at hospitals.
That's where you get sick. People find out they're sick at the hospital. Diseases come from hospitals. So I mean, that's That's why I
That news
never go to the hospital. I can never get sick.
Yeah. If I never go to the doctor, I'll never know what's wrong with me, which means that I can keep on believing that nothing.
Yeah, it's like I've never worked fast food, and I've gone through food handling in training. So in my mind, everybody in a fast food place uses proper food handling, so I can eat at fast food in that world of misbelief that I live in.
More often than not, the food handling at fast food restaurants is actually not bad.
All right, Rob, I need you to shed some light on something because Bryant came in here saying, "Show us what you got was fun the other night."
What?
Meanwhile, Chris put a whole like novel into a group conversation about how "Show us what you got" was the opposite of fun for him. It was massively problematic, and he even deleted the stream. What happened?
Well, I think he just made it private. So I think "Show us what you got." What is always when you put 10 people on a stream at the same time, or 9 people, however many it was. Obviously, people start. No matter how many times you ask people to let the person who's talking talk, people have some quip that comes up that they want to talk. So there's a lot of talking over stuff. Chris was having computer issues that was causing him to have a big delay, and Matt. Matt oftentimes has his volume. He doesn't use headphones, and he oftentimes has his speaker up a little bit too loud, so you get a lot of echo and extra noise that comes through there. So some of that was going on. There were some genuine good jokes and stuff that was going on. There was a few comments that probably people made that in the heat of the moment that probably wouldn't I probably wouldn't normally say that, but oh well, it came out, whatever.
Well, you're the habitual line stepper for this stream. Is it something?
Yeah, I did.
What did you do?
I was being Gen X and saying Gen X things, and
so what you're telling me is it was a really
everything was
fun
gay.
show.
Is that what you're?
No,
Whenever somebody says I was saying Gen X things, I'm like, oh, did you say something was gay?
No, didn't use that one, but but along that line, something that was very common at the time that nowadays you don't.
Did you call someone a midget again?
No, I was talking about myself actually throughout the process, so I wasn't in. Anyways,
Midget.
there was some, and then somebody else said something else. So there was multiple things that were said at.
So it was people genuinely being themselves, having fun.
Yeah, exactly. So he just
instead of
decided
walking on eggshells in front of mixed company.
There was a little bit of that, then combined with the fact that he I think his view of the show, because of his lag that he was experiencing, and the fact that I know that he gets home. The weather's bad for him, and by the time he gets off his work to make that show, he walks in the door like 5 minutes before we go live, and so he's got zero time to unwind. He's got the whole day on his mind still, and so he sees it in real time different than I think other people perceived it.
With his lag, he was like trying to listen. Just 10 seconds go by, lagging. He just hears the word "gay." Then 15 seconds go by, midget.
No, just made
no.
How many gay midgets are in this conversation?
It layers on top of the fact that people are talking over him and stuff like that because he's trying to say something or he's trying to respond. You're talking to him, and all of a sudden there's just silence for a moment. He's not responding. So then you start to go again, and then he starts responding to what you were saying. So now in his mind, you're talking over him now. And it's like, I'm not talking over you. You were dead silent for the rest of us. And so I think that kind of just exacerbated the whole thing. So that's all. I don't think it was as bad as he thought it was in his mind, but it's his.
Yeah, I want to watch it now. See, Bizzle said the same thing. Like now that like people have made a thing of it, I want to go watch.
And you would be greatly disappointed by it. I think in the end.
And I know that
Chris
is an extreme. Like that show appears to. It appears that he tries to be extremely structured with it. Like these little almost damn near formal introductions to the person to show off their books for today, and everyone's quiet while they show them off. Then the damn near formal introduction of the next person to show off their books. And if you get people on there just riffing, it's kind of like Chris
Yeah.
Kryptonite because he's
He-
kind of pretty structured with it.
Well, and I rightfully so. I would be exactly the same. I would be trying to have certain amount of structure to it, right? But with anything, as you add more people,
Damn it, this show has segments.
especially in an open format where you're allowing anybody, not just those people who are
A good
invited
episode, too.
on, you're going to get this problem of you got somebody who's really serious about getting all those cats to walk in a straight line, and you're trying to herd those motherfucking cats that just don't work. That's all. And and like I said, I honestly think that when you combined that with being tired from work and exhausted
tech
from
issues,
a drive in the snow, and all the stuff that's going on with that, and combined with delay issues,
that's frustrating. The tech issues alone is frustrating.
Yeah. So that dilates everything in your mind and makes it big. And so, yeah.
I still want to
wanted you
watch
say
it. Someone send me a
exacerbate again.
link.
I love that word.
So
If
I thought they
you
got
said he
taken
just
down.
made it private, I want a link. Rob, do you have a link?
I
To
don't
it?
know that he made it private. I know he talked about he was going to or not. I don't know if he deleted it or made it private or what.
Dude, I want to watch it now. It's not fair. I told him like if you want views and watch hours, like at this point, share it because now everyone wants to watch it.
Yeah. Anyways.
And some of the best streams I've ever been on were just shit show streams. We used to do a Friday night show back in the day with the Comic Corps, and it was like on Google Hangouts. And it was literally would have like 20 people in a Google Hangout. And then like, I don't know who, we had so many viewers on those shows, but I don't know who the hell was watching that shit. Because if you weren't on the stream, you didn't know what was going on. You couldn't tell. Like everybody was having side conversations. And there's old Google Hangouts. Every time you talk, you pop up big on the screen. So it's just like this frenetic, like seizure-inducing. Now it's another talking head. Now it's another talking head. Now it's another talking head. And they're all saying something stupid about
Everybody
Batman.
wants to be king of the hill.
Yeah, well, it was yeah, you can try to go back and watch some of that garbage. I don't know why anybody ever would. But those are the fun streams.
I think
to be on.
sometimes being on the other side, watching those streams, whether live or rewind, I personally, as an older guy, I don't. They go all.
Oh yeah.
When people start talking over each other and trying to and nobody yields. When they all think I have the floor and let me continue, and nobody's willing to yield the floor to let somebody else talk for a moment, I can't hear. I have 2 ears, but I can't hear 4 things at once. So it becomes a turnoff for me personally.
It's always fun to drink on those streams.
Being on the stream is different than watching and experiencing.
It certainly is.
But there are other people who love watching those things, and the chat becomes its own.
The chat is its own animal.
Yeah.
And I dig that. That's very cool.
It's certainly its own thing. It's very divorced from what's actually going on the stream.
Bitch. Screw you, Burke. Screw you.
Is that putt? Don't let him make you sad.
Oh, is he just going to mini golf?
Yeah.
And he's calling that golf.
Don't be mad that he's golfing. Just wish him poor shots, and then he will not have a good time. And then you win.
Wish that he picks up every hole.
Wish that his stroke is somewhat like mine, and then his frustration will cause him deep sorrow today.
May your 18 holes result in 9 circle 10s.
Man, I wish I was.
Don't overthink every stroke. Okay.
I have a unique ability to be bad at golf and also impatient, which doesn't make me any better at golf.
Bryant, how would you describe the events of Show Us What You Got, since you came in saying it was a great show? Sum up your perspective of it in the chat.
What did he say? He said it was fun. not great. There's a difference.
Like Sharknado.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of movies that aren't great that can be fun at the same time.
Now I'm doing the real thing. I see the
Oh.
entire course. I hit left, right, straight, and backwards,
It's
and
about coverage.
and through the windmill.
I've had courses like that where I've played where I said, thank God there's no side boundaries on this.
If you get it in the dinosaur's mouth, they give you another round.
Back when I was younger, playing like some of the courses I used to play were really narrow, so I was thank God before I got a lot of my slice under control.
I was golfing the other day and I thought of like, why aren't there golf balls with like trackers in them? You know, that you can track on your phone.
They do.
You know, yeah, they do. I had thought, and I thought of it, and I was like, God damn it!
But if you do that, how can you not have a golf ball strapped to your leg and like cheek by saying like, oh,
That's what everyone does, right?
They drop another ball, right?
Oops.
But you don't have to give everybody on your foursome the location of your golf ball. Just keep it to yourself. Oh, yeah. See, Woodard, there's a Comic Court karaoke stream somewhere that is the most unwatchable thing ever posted on the internet. It's true. I that might have been the drunkest I've ever been on stream. Yeah, and we did karaoke in Chicago. It was a shit show.
Can you sing, Joe?
If it ended with
I will sing karaoke if I drink enough, but I the one that I remember is I did "Kill You" from Eminem. No.
If it ended with the panel being passed out on screen, that would be great.
It ended with us walking to Chinatown or through Chinatown in the middle of the night to get Chinese food.
Saying offensive things, or
we said a ton of offensive things.
Brilliant.
We walked through downtown Chicago in the middle of the night, like through like 10 cities of homeless people. It was
great of you. Were you packing? Because you should have been.
Oh, I'm always packing, but no, I didn't have a gun. Yeah. We so we went to C2E2 as a giant group. We had a big house, Airbnb, huge party the entire weekend. We're like, well, let's all go do karaoke.
Oh.
So it's like the Comic Court crew is like me and Carson, our buddy Chad, Great Legend was there, Comics Misexplained was there, JB Discovery Bay was there, Tony Sanders was with us that night.
I miss JB doing the daily streams.
Dude, I just miss hanging out with JB on a regular, man. We used to talk almost daily, and yeah, I don't see him as much as I'd like to these days. Great guy. But we all went to this karaoke bar, and it was in Chinatown. And it was clearly run by the Triad. It was not. They take us to like, it's like one of those spots that has like the private suites, right? Where you have your own little room, sing karaoke. This place is empty. It's empty. We're the only people in there. And then we realized, oh no, there's another party on the other side. When we went to the restrooms, we noticed there was other people, all little Asian guys wearing three-piece black suits. Like these were fucking mobsters. They were not normal people in there. And the place was like empty. And then we're getting ready to leave. It's like 2-3 in the morning when we're getting ready to leave. And as we're leaving, the bar is absolutely fucking full. This place is jamming at like 3 a.m. I'm like, I am so hungry. I need to find a spot that's open 24 hours so we can get good Chinese food. I stopped 3 people and I was like, where can I go? They all said the same place. So I just put it in my phone. I'm like, this is where we're going. So we left. Half the people got in the car and headed back to the Airbnb. And half of us were like, we're marching our way down the fucking street to Chinese food. It was like 5 miles we walked through the city in the middle of the night, drunk as skunks. And we get there and it's like this open air mall, right? It's like a shopping center where you go inside the building, there's a courtyard, and then all the shops are inside the courtyard. And there's a line to get into this place. It's like 4 a.m. We leave there like 6 a.m. There's still a line to get into this place. It's the best Chinese food I've ever had in my life. It took us forever to get a seat.
It's the cocaine they're adding. That's what it is.
Well, we took us forever to get a seat. They come around, they take our order, and then like it's like by the time they're around this big ass table taking our orders, they start dropping food off. It was nuts. It was a really good time. But yeah, that night we sang karaoke. It was on stream, and
Right.
it
Drew,
was
what's your favorite thing to sing
unintelligible.
karaoke?
I like to sing "Forever in Blue Jeans" by Neil Diamond. Yep.
Right.
I'm a big
You
fan
want to give
of
us a little taste of your, your vocals?
No. I'm gonna need at least 3 shots of whiskey before that happens.
How about
Um,
you just slap yourself in the face a couple times and just start singing?
Nope. I'm not drinking in the morning today.
I said slap yourself in the face.
I'm not slapping myself in the face either because that's not gonna work. I mean, I'll do it for fun, but it's not gonna work. I'll sing some Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I'll sing some old country songs.
Will you sing "Hurt," Johnny Cash's version?
I'm a Ring of Fire guy.
Good. Ring of Fire's good.
Yeah, Ring of Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I'll do some.
I never do karaoke.
If there's a white rapper, I'll spit some white rap. I'll spit the greatest rap song of the 90s. It's called "Jump Around" by House of Pain. You
go and do that too if you want. Go ahead. Floor's all yours.
Well,
all right, let's hear you.
No. I do rise to the top, but I never eat the pig because the pig is a cop. No, I'm a big fan of "Jump Around" by House of Pain. I like what else do I do karaoke wise? There's a couple of songs. Like
do you sing
the crew
karaoke?
that I would hang out with and do karaoke would always like, oh, here's a song for so and so and Drew, and I'd be like, well, what am I singing? And then I get up there and then there's a song. That was something that would always happen.
Oh.
So I'd be drug onto stage to sing something with somebody else, and I wouldn't know what it was till I got up there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's fucking terrible.
I really want to hear you sing a little bit. Can you sing?
I don't really have a good singing voice.
You do. You have a good speaking voice.
If I can keep a low register,
doesn't translate.
I cannot sing good.
It does and it doesn't. Like I can make something sound like it's coming out properly, but I can't do that to like on key. Like I can't.
There's a problem in certain registers where you have a low dynamic range. It's like great that we can hit certain notes, but we have a very narrow bandwidth in which we can hit, and so getting outside of that just becomes really bad really fast.
It's true.
You need somebody to stand in the back and go papa mao mao. We're there. We're there.
I can do that.
You want to sing Star Spangled Banner? Forget it.
Well, I can do that. It's just not. Nobody ever sings a Star Spangled Banner good.
Well,
a little happy birthday song.
Well, it's not in the public domain. I don't want to get this stream demonetized. You gotta give me something in the public domain.
Isn't long. End of story. Yeah. So, anyways,
I like
Mark,
the
what are you looking at right now?
Death Clock Happy Birthday song.
There you go. Rad likes to sing.
Comics blueprints for the house that they're building where their old one burned down.
Cool.
Is this one going to be fireproof?
Rad, are you going to come on and sing?
I'm not sure. It
should
doesn't look like it's brick, so I doubt it.
Rad, come on and sing.
Red wine for breakfast.
Red wine.
What y'all think of the Dune trailer that dropped this past week? Dune Part 3 trailer dropped.
I haven't seen it yet.
The trailer?
No, the trailer.
No, pause for the calls and watch it real fast.
That's right.
You know what? That house
either.
What was the TV show?
Prophecy.
Yeah, that left a bad taste in my mouth.
Not the worst.
It wasn't.
What am I looking at?
No, I mean not the worst taste I'm sure you've had in your mouth.
I've had some pretty bad tastes in my mouth.
Oh, this is awesome.
I could not get I couldn't get through like the first episode of that TV show. I kept falling asleep, and I was like,
Yeah, the whole
why
show
do
is
I keep
massive
putting myself in a
deep cut.
situation to, not enjoy this show? And then I realized, no, it's just this show keeps putting me to sleep.
I ended up liking it, but the whole show feels like an extreme deep cut, like with the show's own lore, not like leaning into the already pretty expansive Dune lore, but the show itself is really vast with the amount of characters, and so it takes some build up, which luckily it's only like 6 episodes, so by the time you get to like through episode 2, you've kind of gotten familiar enough with the characters and the setting that it starts to really build really well. But it ended up being pretty good.
Not for me.
That's fair. Did you watch it, or did you just watch episode 1?
I really try. I could not get through the first episode.
Yeah, so I understand your feelings then, because you didn't make it. Like I just said, like it took till you got to get through the first 2 episodes, which is hard because you don't know what you're supposed to be focusing on, kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing, is like I would wake up at different points of watching that show and been like, what did I wait? And then go back to rewatch it and then fall asleep trying to figure out what I missed when I fell asleep. Like that's how boring that show was to me. And I like the playground of Dune. I like the world. I like the story. I'm a big fan of every version of it that's been released on film.
The true purpose of the Bene Gesserit and what their true goal is and their role is in the Empire. The show,
just feminism ruining the universe.
Huh?
It's just feminism ruining the universe.
The show is lifting the veil on that. That's like the primary thing it does, and it shows you just how they're all just a bunch of lying, hypocritical, manipulative pieces of shit.
Oh wait, the religious sect is not, forthcoming.
It shows you the methods and levels that they go to try to reach the ends in which they'll go to get their goal, and caught me even off guard. I'm like, oh, dope, because like knowing like the history of Dune, like why there's no technology kind of thing and stuff like that, and meanwhile, these bitches.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of really wanted to like it because I thought the production value was good. I thought it looked good.
I'm telling you, like it's one of those shows that just you have to stay in the pocket so that you can get it. You just feel lost through the first 2 episodes, but then it's like it's smooth sailing and it's pretty solid.
I didn't think that I felt lost. I just really felt bored.
That's how starting a show can be.
Yeah,
that's my takeaway from first episodes of a lot of stuff. I don't know who I'm supposed to be following, where we're going. You're introducing me to 50 different people and places, and their shows often feel directionless early on.
Bro, I'm telling you that any normal person would not have given this show as many chances as I did, as I failed to enjoy it enough.
Spider-Man's going to easily double Supergirl's box office. Easily. Drew would say otherwise, but not me.
The trailer looks really good for Dune. It makes you want to watch the first 2 before you watch that one, like revisit them. And
yeah, I really, really enjoy those movies. I'm trying to right now make sure I annoy and pester Caroline enough to go see part 3 opening weekend, because it took her forever to see part 2. And I was sitting there trying to pester her and talk to her about it because she's a big Dune fan.
I think part 2 was as good as part 1, but I don't think that the story had as much to do as part 1 did.
I enjoyed part 2 more than part 1. It's at that point it's one long movie. Like it's the first book in 2 parts kind of thing.
It's the summer of Zendaya.
Yeah, she's crushing it. Odyssey, Dune, Spider-Man.
What's she not going to be in? I mean, she's like the leading lady for everything. Right?
War Machine too.
War Machine.
She might.
She's going to play the robot.
She's going to be the dirt sprinkler.
No, that's Alan Tudyk's role.
There was a movie I saw on Netflix, and it was I don't know if it was that same actor, but it was that guy who played the guy in Avatar.
The guy who played the guy.
Sam Worthington.
What
Yeah.
guy in Avatar? The
I
guy in
think
Avatar has
Jake-
never been
Jake-
in anything else.
And it's
Talking
like a
about Jake
thriller.
Sully,
He's in the hospital.
Sam Worthington from Terminator Salvation, from Clash of the Titans, Man on a Ledge, Wrath of the Titans.
Like I said, what else was he in?
Anyway.
Mark watches a lot of subpar movies. We've covered this.
Oh.
Like that guy decided he was going to be in every ounce of James Cameron's 44-year passion project, and then he's never been in anything else.
Yours.
Sometimes you find muses in life, you know.
Yeah.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
No, that's clearly
Anyway,
true.
the movie was about on Netflix. It was a guy drops off his family at the hospital, his daughter and wife, and they go back, and he's in the emergency room forever waiting for him, and that's the movie.
Dune left out the navigators. That's what I'm upset about.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was talking to the.
So they made a movie about waiting in the ER.
yeah.
Sounds
But
awful.
think about organ harvesting. Think about just gaslighting somebody.
Now, I
Part
don't
of
know.
you.
I'm just like picturing how boring it is sitting there watching the same.
Oh, it's a dude.
Yeah.
Everyone can relate to sitting there in the ER waiting room like forever.
That does sound like a great horror movie.
And all of a sudden, like, no one will tell him what's going on. No one will tell him where his daughter. In fact, now they can't even find his daughter and wife.
I mean,
you know, and he's like, "I'm not going insane."
I wouldn't say I'm scared of the ER, but I am avoidant of the ER. I think I would rather die of whatever my ailment is than wait in the ER.
Do y'all remember that movie
Yeah,
called
I
Awake
agree
with
with that.
Hayden Christensen and Terrence Howard? Where it had Jessica Alba in it as well. Dude goes in for a little day surgery kind of thing, and he's under, but he can still hear, and he's finding out that the doctors are criminals that are not, well, the doctors are doctors that are planning on losing him during the operation so that they could harvest his organs.
That's awesome.
Never seen that.
I'm sorry, it's not the Marvels, but
Well,
it was a
there's
good
not
one. It
enough
was a good
Florkins
one
in it.
watcher.
It didn't have Florkins. I'm out.
What was the name of the actor in the Avatar? Mark, again?
Sam
Jake
Worthington.
Sully.
Which one?
Jake Sully. I think his name's Jake Sully.
Jake Sully. My Jake. My Jake.
My Jake Sully.
It's Sam Worthington. Mark, I
Sam.
think
I
it's
love Jake Sully and
a
John
hard
Trees.
drive upgrade for you. The way that you recall all your comics, movies, and other stuff at the drop of a hat. It's just a weird brain thing.
It's like my ability to remember every jingle from the fucking TV shows of the 70s and 80s.
It's like Rob's ability to pull legalese out of the back of his mind.
That's training. It's what I do. It's just like somebody else who does, carpentry that knows how to fucking use biscuits properly and constructing a furniture. It's
Biscuits.
yeah, it's a
We
type.
love biscuits.
Biscuits are a type of joiner for when you want to do.
All I can think about now is Cracker Barrel.
Talking
Oh,
about Red Lobster.
Ooh, they do
Yeah.
have
go for
really good
I love
pancakes.
that breakfast.
Mm.
You said biscuits.
Oh,
All I'm
Mark.
thinking about is rolls.
Sounds like dinner.
roll guy.
Biscuits.
Like biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, completely different kind of biscuit.
Not as good. Drew, I might not
Iron-
have been here.
Iron fiber though.
Drew, I might not have been here, but dude, I know you got to be excited for that Spider-Man movie right after the trailer.
Hey,
No, we talked about
I have mixed emotions about it. I think
Same
that
here.
it looks really good in a lot of ways. It also looks like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. And I think that the greatest thing that Spider-Man in films has done since the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man portrayal is move away from organic webs, and now they're coming back. I don't like it. Beyond that, I'm all right with it. I think that it'll end up being good. I think that Punisher being a joke is kind of a waste of Bernthal's Punisher, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Spider-Man isn't in bad movies outside of Spider-Man 3.
I enjoy Spider-Man 3. I see all the problems with it, but I think it's like really highly rewatchable because of the amount of Spider-Man stuff in it.
I'm also not a huge fan of the Amazing Spider-Man with the lizard. There are a lot of reasons why I dislike that film, but I don't think it's bad. It's just not.
It's my second favorite Spider-Man movie behind Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie, and then after that,
we can
all the
argue.
Tom
You
Holland
can
movies.
easily debate Spider-Man 2 as being the greatest comic book movie. Like I think that's easy to throw that into a conversation and debate it out with like
it has
Dark
a place
Knight,
in the top
with
10.
Superman
for sure.
78. Like it's
That's way
easy
better
to
than
debate
Superman
the-
78.
It's easy to debate the merits of Spider-Man 2. That's, in my opinion, a damn near perfect film.
It's very good.
It's so good.
It's very good. Very, very, very good. I will say that Toby is not my Spider-Man. It's just I think he's a great Peter Parker. I think he's a subpar Spider-Man. That's just really all there is to it. I think that Garfield is exactly the opposite. I think he's a great Spider-Man. I think he's a terrible Peter Parker.
I said Dune 3 times.
Yeah, now the what is it? The Kwisatz Haderach is here.
Where's Jason Momoa?
Yeah, girl.
He's playing bass in a
Bilbo.
terrible band.
Oh, he's a dual Gola. Where
That's
is
just
he?
fancy word for clone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, I just can't wait for him to phone it in that movie like he does in every other movie he's ever been in.
Dude, he was
Well,
awesome.
I mean,
as
he's
Jason
supposed to
Idaho.
basically just play like a fucking clone. So like
Yeah.
he's
Clean
gonna play a
slate.
clone of Jason Momoa. It's not hard.
It's
The
not
funny
hard to
thing-
play Jason Momoa.
No, it's not.
Jason Momoa does a great job at it.
It's
He
the only
does.
thing he can play. He's like,
Have you watched
he's-
Wrecking Crew on Amazon?
He's
or
Samoan
anything?
Will Smith. He's a personality. He's not an actor.
Have
That
y'all
is so
watched
mean.
Wrecking Crew? With
That
him
is
and
so
Dave
mean.
Bautista?
But it's true. I have not seen Wrecking
I
Crew.
did.
You would love it. It's
I'm
fun.
sure I would enjoy it.
It's corny, action, goofy, just cheesy.
What's his
which is
name?
no
The
fun.
Workaholics
It's
is in it.
it's
Isn't he? Adam?
entertaining, but it's not good.
It was way
You've
more
seen
entertaining
Minecraft?
than War Machine.
I did see Minecraft.
So he was probably next level not Grammy, whatever the Oscars. Well, a Grammy and an Oscar, he probably shouldn't have gotten both.
Yeah, he was on Theo's podcast a couple of months ago, and he talked about how, like, as an actor, he's done the things that he wanted to do, and at this point in his career, he's only doing the things that he thinks
Just
is
having fun making money.
fun or does them to impress his kids. That's why he did Minecraft and
I love that
like
shit,
stuff
though.
that his kids are into and stuff. He's literally
That's what
he's being-
Raul Julia did
he's being
with
being a good parent at this point with his craft.
with his Minecrafting.
And
No,
like stuff like Wrecking Crew, he does that. He liked doing that because of the advocacy for Hawaii and stuff that was a big part of it and stuff.
I have a question though. Drew,
I come
think-
equipped with answers.
the thing
So
is
they're all
that
wrong, but it'll
because-
give you one.
They might not sync up
All
to your
educated
questions, but they're
guesses.
the right answers.
if you were just drawing a parallel between Will Smith and Jason Momoa, are you also insinuating that Lisa Bonet is nothing but a Jada?
No, Lisa Bonet is way hotter than Jada.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I was like, not the same, bro.
Wait,
Jada
does she
ain't
have
no
hair?
Lisa Bonet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bah,
Lisa
boom.
Bonet is just as crazy as Jada. Let's
Oh, I
not
can
get that twisted.
imagine.
Yeah.
Let's not
look,
get that
her
twisted.
kid, that Kravitz, like, dude, I can only imagine, but still, cool factor.
Yes. Serpent and the Rainbow, I think, was Lisa Bonet was in that, right?
That was a crazy ass movie.
That
There
was
was
a great
this
movie.
show
There
called
was
The
Jacob's
Cosby
Ladder.
Show. She was in that.
What movie?
Jacob's Ladder was crazy.
The Cosby Show.
Oh yeah, that was the cause, man.
Yeah.
That was whew. Man,
Great-
I watched
great
that so
television.
much. I love Dr. Huxtable, and then
Then he gave
Then
it
he
to
didn't.
Buddy Pop.
I learned about the actor that played Dr. Huxtable, and then I felt weird.
And
That's
One of the
what
greatest
it
comedians of a generation.
They
When you
split
learn new
up,
things,
right?
you feel weird.
Jason Momoa and Lisa split up,
I know.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Jason Momoa.
Apparently, Zoe
Whenever I
Kravitz is
think,
closer with him than she is with her mother.
That's kind of sussy.
It's well, no, because he's got dad energy with her.
Okay,
So
well,
it's
if he's got dad energy, just as long
Yeah.
as it's not like Woody Allen energy. Because
I don't think so at all.
Yeah, good. Well, that's
I don't know
Well,
them personally, and I've only seen limited interactions that was public
he
knowledge,
raised
but it
Zoe.
didn't seem.
Zoe was a baby girl. Like he raised Zoe.
I don't
like
think
I've
he
seen
raised
pictures.
her, but he
She was like maybe 8 or 9 when he came into.
Yeah,
the
he was
picture.
there for her formative years.
Yeah, So I mean,
her father's a big part of her life too, apparently. So
yeah, Lenny's a good guy. I mean, I think they're all close. I think the cool thing about them was they were all like able to like throuple it.
Yeah, I think they were both still hitting it.
Probably. She's Lisa Bonet. She probably needs it. I don't know. Lisa, what do you need?
Fair-skinned young lady with a French name.
You know what song's been going through my head? It's the end of the world as we know it.
I'm sorry.
It's the end. And I feel fine, man.
REM.
Yeah, as long as you feel fine.
I feel fine.
What do you got written on your hand?
Oh my God. I
There's
have
notes?
my to-do list because I'm moving today. So
Again?
Where are you moving?
Here's the thing.
Can't stand your mom.
Yes, that. And I'm getting a plot of land and fucking off. I've gotten a plot of land. I got 20 acres, y'all. I got 20 acres and a mule, and I'm fucking off. No, I didn't get the mule, but I did get a cat.
You should get a mule.
She said she's gonna create a new kind where we all just.
Why get a mule when I'll be occupying it? I'm the
You'll-
#1 jackass on that property, dude.
Yeah, but you need a second. You need
Do I need?
you
Okay.
need an understudy mule.
Assume since you're moving there that there's already a house there too. It's not
Yes,
just
there is a house there. I was gonna live by the rocks, but my parents thought that maybe I should not do that. And I was like, why do you care? Because I'm grown. And they were like, that's true. Do what you want. And I
Yeah,
was like,
live by the rocks.
well.
Yeah.
Congratulations. This would be
Thank
quite
you.
strange moving from a house that shares walls with other neighbors to having 20 acres
I
between
can
you.
walk out naked. That's what I want.
You know you can walk out naked now.
I could, but it's just like apparently you catch charges. But the thing is that in the wilderness, the trees don't write you tickets. So
Oh, good line.
tickets are
Yeah,
made of
but
trees.
you don't
Not
speak
writing
tree.
tickets.
You don't know the things they're saying about you behind your back.
I don't care as long as they don't say it to my face and
Just
charge
spying
me
on
for
you
it.
always.
So if we write tickets
Bunch
out
of
of trees, do
judgmental ends.
trees write tickets out of flesh?
Probably.
The
Dude.
Necronomicon was written by trees.
I think it was written by the Lorax. He speaks for the trees.
Y'all see that Kenny Rogers passed away?
Oh, did I say about all bad words?
Of the kitchen of the chicken restaurants?
No, Kenny
That's right.
Rogers, the gambler, the song singer.
He had roasters.
It was
You know,
time
bad
to
words don't make me stumble. Bad acts, though. Bad acts against humans, really. That's more of the thing that's the problem for me is when I see gross inhumanity exercised towards other human beings. But, saying isms into the wind, really, I don't give two fucks.
Windisms.
Just make sure that if Madam comes over to visit, that you keep all the bears in their caves. You don't need no cocaine bears running around your property.
No, she'll be the only cocaine bear.
Yeah, you don't have to live by the rocks. Cocaine Madam lives by the
Jesus.
rocks.
Cocaine Madam, and then Jackass, Caroline the donkey, and then Madam the cocaine bear.
If you get that mule, it can be Madam's cocaine
She
mule.
doesn't do with that, y'all. She's pissed off. She's like, no, we're being
She's just
mean.
mad we're blowing up her spot.
She is neither a cocaine nor a bear.
She's much more well known actually for her sculpting than she is for her cocaine. But
Look, I know that the federal government is listening, so she does not
you know
sell
what?
cocaine, guys.
Medellin
Wink, wink,
cartel
nudge,
ain't got
nudge.
shit on
No.
that.
but she does make sculptures with ample room inside. So if you wanted to smuggle some,
Not the
you
gambler.
could go buy some sculptures from her.
Meth mule.
Would that make her an accomplice, Legion?
I don't even think accomplice is the word. That's just a direct violator.
Yeah.
Well, she
That
just
sounds
sells.
like a good
She
name.
creates the sculpture and just sells it.
Like there's violator and then there's direct
Main
violator.
character energy on that one.
And Direct Violator is like absolute Batman, but it's like direct spawn,
Direct spawn.
direct in your face, direct violate.
Oh my.
Yeah, well, all right. It's time for me to do what I got to do and
No,
face,
Rob, don't
face
leave
the
me.
working world.
Don't leave me, Rob. We just got here. I just got in the Kamiko comic special. You hate the whole panel? Oh my God, madam. None of it's
She
true.
doesn't hate the whole panel.
None of it's true.
That's
We're
cute
just
alien family.
assholes that don't say the truth.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, good. Here comes our replacement. I'll see you
Where's
guys.
Justin?
Hey,
Right.
Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Hello.
Hey, here's some cocaine bears. There's furries. It literally is a fucking.
Anybody seen the production stills from 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank?
Nope.
Who's producing?
Wasn't that a comic in
Don't know.
2020?
It is. It's a Tyler Boss comic. It's really, really good story, and I don't know how they're going to adapt it.
Do they have 4 kids?
Yeah, but they're not this. They don't look like the same 4 kids.
But do they walk?
They do. They look like they're walking in the one shot.
Is there a bank in the shot?
There's got to be a bank in the. Yeah,
Well, it sounds like they got it covered.
yeah. But there's no fat kid, and the fat kid's the best part.
Oh God! Well, they need to
I
cast
know.
my ass. I'll fucking
They've
kill you.
got a black little girl instead. So the woke police came in and they're like, we can't have a fat white boy. We need to have
Why can't they have both?
diversity hire.
A fat.
Because they're limited by the title to only 4.
Well, the
Well, make
main
a fat
character
kid.
in the book is a young girl of like Indian or Muslim descent. It's not
Why don't
really
they cast
important.
that?
She's like that girl is cast, but there's also
Good.
Yeah. they made the black kid a girl, and there's no fat kid.
Oh,
look at those. Look at that arcade.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm doing shit. Yeah, I think I
Good ass
found.
book.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, if you haven't read 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, I think it's only 4 issues. It's
I think I found the first issue actually.
it's very fun, and a lot of it's done in a way that like is pretty unique to comic book storytelling. Like, so there's
Really?
there's scenes where the kids are playing D&D. It's like,
Yes.
80s style.
They do like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Show us, Justin. Show us what it's all
Fat
about.
Kid.
What's up, nerds?
Oh, he had the book handy. There you go.
Dude, he's got
So
source
there's
material.
the 4 kids.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a swastika.
There is a swastika.
Swastika.
There's it's basically the story is that the one little girl, her father used to be part of a criminal crew, and that criminal crew comes back to basically try to get him to rejoin the criminal crew. The kids are all like, who are these thugs that are corroborating with my father? And then they realize that they could just rob the bank instead. So they do. It's like Stranger
Spoilers.
Things. Well, it gets crazier from there, but it's basically like a Stranger Things if it was written by Quentin Tarantino.
Or Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, very much a Guy Ritchie
Reservoir
style.
Dogs for Kids, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels with teens. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Come on, get.
Train
We had
spotting
the
with
Goonies.
banks.
We had the Goonies, okay?
There's not enough heroin for it to be train spotting, unfortunately.
Mm.
There should be more school-age children getting booted up with black tar, but that's just my opinion.
Reborn by Mark Miller is getting a collected edition. I have the trade paperback behind me right now. It's getting that library edition, whatever that means. Justin, what makes the difference between a regular trade paperback and a library edition?
Those
Uh,
little
regular-
card catalog cards.
So the regular trade is like trade size like this, but
Mm.
then the library edition is
Big
a
old fatty.
bigger. Yeah, it's a tallest
Big
has been
Daddy.
on the list like this.
Thank you.
Actually, I think it might be bigger than this. But it's at least this tall.
There's like coffee table editions too that are like fat daddies.
right.
Yeah,
and
well,
no-
Reborn is getting a library edition, which is a great story. I encourage
I
people to
wonder-
check
The art
it
in
out.
that book was phenomenal.
Like
What?
The art in the book was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think Raphael Albuquerque did the art, and
do you
I could be
think like,
wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who did the art in Reborn.
basketball players like Zhao Ming or the like Shaq or somebody like really like big old dudes like they have to get coffee table editions and it looks like regular books.
Just regular books.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Yes.
like,
Maybe.
you know,
Oh, Greg
and, like
Capullo.
they would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
great.
there you go.
Oh,
for,
was
like,
it Capullo? That's why it was so good.
No.
It was like
T-Dubs, good morning to you, sir.
angels and
Morning,
demons
everybody.
at the hands of
Taylor.
Greg Capullo. Never misses.
Based on just a trailer, not like the potential future X, Y, or Z, but what'd you think of Spider-Man? Where are you on the hype level? Highs, lows? What do you got?
6.5 out of 10. I mean, it's got a lot of fan service in it. Looks enjoyable. I mean, I don't think that the trailer showed much. I think it showed a lot of opening montage shit. Like, you know, I think all the villains that they showed in the trailer, other than the dude from Severance, are going to be minor villains. I think he's going to be the big baddie in it. And
2 movies that I want to see that are on my radar: Dune and Odyssey.
What about Hail Mary? Real quick, Justin.
Read them both.
Same question for you, buddy. Just based on the trailer, not its potential, but
Right.
what
yeah.
did the Spider-Man trailer do for you?
The highs, I like that they immediately showed Punisher, and it wasn't like what they did with the last movie where they kept everything a secret that we already knew was coming.
except for they did in the trailer. But anyways,
Right, and they didn't show us in the trailer. They showed us in the trailer to Punisher. That's why I was.
they scrubbed
saying
somebody from this trailer too. But anyways, go on. Sorry.
And then like trailer was good enough. But the low is that it does still feel like I'm not the only one who thinks this, but it does still feel like the Disney Channel version of Spider-Man movies.
I just checked the internet and I asked everyone. You are, in fact, the only person who thinks that. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, that's
one of 2, actually.
Yeah. I do like that it feels like it stepped a little bit away. I wish, and this is just me, I wish we would have done without Ned and MJ. Like, just after the last movie and the way that they ended the last movie, like, just done without Ned and MJ. But
Yeah, but
we're
like,
going to do that.
No, I think
they're all engaged and stuff, so they're not doing one without the other.
that's
I want to
fair.
say something real quick. I think, like, all right, Jay Ward has got something. Like, here's the thing. We got to look at one another, and, like, recognize that we may not ever agree on fucking anything. Like, Mark and I, we hardly agree on fucking anything.
Let me make you big for your PSA.
Well, the thing is like people don't agree on anything, okay? Like, but the thing is that what we have to agree on is that we're the same, like, in terms of we're all human, right?
We're carbon-based life.
We have to recognize the divinity.
I'm made out of boron.
Like, we have to see, like, the divinity in each other's eyes. And you have
Made out
to
of
see,
foreskin.
that, like, if you can't see the reflection of yourself in the eyes of another person, what are you even doing? If we can't get along and, like, be able to treat others as ourselves, what are we even doing it for?
On a
I
very
like other
related
people a whole
note,
lot better than I like
Caroline,
myself.
Go back to me. What are we even doing it for if we cannot recognize that this is a classroom. Life is a classroom. Life is an experiment. It's a lesson, right?
I'll be
And
in the
the
back
lesson is to
throwing
learn.
spitballs.
The lesson is to learn how to see that this entire world is a reflection of what's inside of you. Okay? So
this
that,
could
like,
have just been an email. I'm just
like,
kidding.
What's inside of me is
Oh, the
guts.
entire world is broken and sad and wants nachos.
Hey, question for all you
Ooh,
guys. What
nachos. I'll
comic
be right
book
back.
runs for
Only-
Spider-Man does he team up or is up against Punisher or a case trying to solve?
only
What's
if
happening
you
in
put
New
your
York?
agency outside of yourself.
I think that's literally his first appearance, isn't it, Anthony?
It
When
is.
he's hired by the Jackal. Yeah, I think the general audience is that this might be a hot take here, but I think the general audience, not the comic book hardcore audience, is the biggest offender of that narrative. of the one saying it's too comic booky or it's not comic booky enough. And I'm just
Is it a good story?
Based
Is it a
on
good story?
the experience of the internet, since DC's gotten a lot more popular, based off how the internet has shifted and changed, I can tell you firsthand that most of the people saying that shit are not the comic book people. The comic book people, because especially if you've been around for a while as a
That's the
comic
way I
book
feel about
person,
Captain
you
Marvel.
never expect a one-of-one adaptation or this or that. You expect like the core essence of the character to be present. The people that went through the Christopher Reeve Superman, the Michael Keaton Batman, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, you don't expect it to be the comic book brought to screen. You expect them to bring the core essence of the character, and then you're going to just get whatever comes with it. It's when you betray that you
Except
lose
for
the comic
Drew,
book.
who's got a
fans.
rage boner about organic Reddit webbing.
Yeah, but the people online that tend to complain about comic accuracy one way or another are a bunch of Wikipedia warriors that don't know what else to say.
There are a lot of comic fans that are also the same, though. I mean, it's
they'll end up getting caught in the flow of that conversation, those arguments, guaranteed. But
I'm not one who needs things to be a 1-for-1 adaptation, but I think that there are a lot of things that Hollywood chooses to change about the properties that are, it's just dummy stupid that you just leave it the same.
So
I think that there are certain things that are inherent to the way that certain characters are portrayed, that the second they change it, it's just like, well, why didn't you just make something different instead? It's like, for me, it doesn't have to, like, Wolverine doesn't have to do all the same things Wolverine did in the comics.
He doesn't have to be short.
But I do think he should be short.
He could be short.
I think if they recast Wolverine and he's 6 foot tall again, there's something fucking wrong with that. Like
Wolverine in the comics hasn't been short in 20 years.
Always Sunny.
Yes, he's always been short, Taylor.
The artists never draw him that way.
Yes, they do. They draw him short in every fucking.
There's only two acceptable answers to this question. Real quick, Justin. I want to go around the horn. What's the most comic accurate movie in your opinion, Justin?
I had to really think about that. The Sam Raimi's definitely, because they're going for that like Silver Age Spider-Man, like the ridiculous, over the top. I think Kick-Ass, because there's literally like panels that are being reinterpreted into live action. And then there was another one that I was just thinking of because they did the same. Watchmen. Zack Snyder.
Watchmen is a 1-for-1 with.
That's the only acceptable right answer, but I will accept 300. That's it.
You're all wrong,
bro.
Sin City.
Okay, fine. The thing is it like why don't you actually read like Herodotus or like fucking?
Whoa, Caroline. Which one would you pick for most comic accurate movie before we get to Herodotus?
Well, most comic accurate, I would say what Drew said is that The Watchmen was pure.
I forgot about Sin City till just now. I think Watchmen
X-Men Apocalypse is a very, very one-to-one take on X-Men comics.
So First Class, 100%. X-Men First Class was very good. Like,
yeah, but it
was super different though.
It's very different as far as like the characters and what they do with them. It's like the thing that I love about the adaptation of X-Men Apocalypse is
close to the origin.
It has
Apocalypse was great.
But it has everything that you expect from an X-Men story.
Yes,
exists in that. They go to the mall. There's a really dope
Phoenix.
There's a really dope Quicksilver scene because every X-Men movie needs that. The mansion gets destroyed. Like we got to go to find Magneto again. It's like everything in that movie is just. It's a grab bag of fan service for the X-Men.
The thing is
does it come together as a great movie?
It did terribly.
Probably not.
When I saw that movie, I
walked
out of Apocalypse on a major high, and then seeing like the negative response it got, I didn't understand. That Jean Grey fires off at the end scene was absolutely epic when she's walking out of the broken building and doesn't stop walking, but the building is no longer there.
Favorite casting, Phoenix. It's all of it. That's the thing. That's the story. It's what she does.
Yeah, it's got Phoenix stuff in it. It's got Apocalypse stuff in it. It's got Magneto
It has
Charles
Archangel in it.
bromance in it. It's got
Right.
Psylocke finally being
Apocalypse.
dope.
Shit. Let's get Sinister up in this
What they
bitch.
should do is tell the Phoenix Saga again for the third time in the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they
sure
probably
hope they
should.
do.
Maybe
They
they'll
probably
do it right
should.
this time.
It would be better than Spider-Man.
They finally put
Ooh.
aliens in the Phoenix Saga, and it was the worst version of it they've done so far.
Oh my
Was
god.
it the Chitauri?
They
No.
weren't. No, they were. It's like
The
The
what
Shin-
Empire?
It's the
Shi'ar
Shi'ar.
Empire?
they weren't the Shi'ar. They
It's
they
the
weren't even.
Laundress people that are
Yeah, they
involved in
were-
that whole thing because
but-
she's got the Imcron crystal.
None of that stuff. None of that stuff was drawn from the comics. They were just a random aliens.
Well, that's so they don't use that, but that
Yeah,
is
they
what
didn't
the
use it.
comics are. Okay.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
What story beach did the Future Past movie? I don't understand the question. Wait,
Probably
hold on.
Story
Oh,
Actual
Days of
Past?
Future Past.
X-Men 140 and 141.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. 140.
Dude, Days of
141,
Future Past was
142.
an awesome X-Men. There's been like the X-Men movies for the most part have all
Yeah,
been.
Days of Future Past
really
was
solid.
great,
Dark
actually.
Phoenix was a pretty
was-
weak installment, and
Days of
X-Men
Future Past
3,
was-
The Last Stand, when it came out, just threw me for a curveball going from 2 Bryan Singer
You was
films to
right.
switching directors. But I go back and rewatch that one.
There's
a
very
lot.
enjoyable stuff in that film as well.
Yeah, I go back and
Shit
rewatch it.
was so good.
ton.
Kitty Pryde and everything. The Nimrods. Like, oh, it was really great. The whole exposition between like a young Charles and an older Charles, right?
I think that this would be good, like the Age of Apocalypse thing. Like if they like leaned into that and did like a
As that may be one of my favorite periods in comics of
you
all
think they
time,
could do it.
and I do not think it is possible.
Cliff, we need to do a commentary together and like watch it and just I would love to do that with you.
Do you remember the in Deadpool we got that one cut scene with Wolverine? the Age of
One-handed
Apocalypse?
Wolverine, yeah.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
got those
and you know
Marvel
what?
Legends, and I even have the Chase figure because the regular one is the one-handed Wolverine, but the Chase figure has the 3 claws coming out of his stub
Well, it has the both
and
figures.
the burned face on the Chase
You
figure.
can
too.
you can switch the hands out. You
Not
can
the
fit-
Toy Biz versions.
not the Toy Biz version, the
Yeah.
the Hasbro
I was-
version.
I
Onslaught
collected all
was
the Marvel
great.
Legends during the Toy Biz era.
Wow.
during the
R.I.P.
early-
Chuck Norris. Well, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. We're fucked.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that
Chuck
he went
Norris
to the
didn't
hospital for
die.
an
We
emergency.
all did. The world ended. Chuck Norris is just on another plane of
He
existence.
ascended to heaven.
Yeah.
He kicked
found
his
out what
way
was
to heaven.
behind
He
that beard in
fought
another fist.
Michael at the gates and karate chopped him.
That's
Who's
Kenny
gonna try to
Rogers
sell
and
me a
Chuck
total
Norris on
team?
the same day.
Eating fried chicken legs in heaven.
Well, no, they were rotisserie chickens.
Oh, you're right.
Probably listening to some awesome tracks too.
The roasters. I miss Kenny Rogers roasters, man. That dude, the fucking Redskin potatoes there were so good.
I missed the Seinfeld episode.
I never miss it. Every time it plays, I watch it.
So I was reading some. You know, what comic
Onslaught,
you
that'd
need
be a
to write?
tough one to do.
You know, what comic you need to read.
Too much.
Drew. Drew, actually, you should send me your fucking mailing address, and I'll just like get it for you and make you read it.
Hell yes.
Send
me something. Everybody send me something. I'll read it.
Send him. Send
I
him.
just want to
keep it
see
in a
real
box.
goddamn Sentinels and
Keep it up
Master
real
Mold.
good.
And
Send it to him.
Yeah, they've teased Sentinels a lot. They've never gone full on with it. We had X-Men 3, you get the
They had
Sentinels.
Nimrod.
You have Days of Future Past where you
That's
get the future Sentinels and you get the first Sentinels. And then in the trailer or the
And
little
you have
teaser
Bolivar
clip,
Trask and all that shit.
the
You got
promo
that whole
clip they
story.
did for Doomsday, you get the Sentinels' legs in the background walking when Cyclops is doing the crying thing.
I
Trask
wasn't
and the
a Sophie
Sentinels'
Turner.
origin was part of the original script of X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is
I
funny.
liked that movie.
I like that
Um,
movie too.
Yeah, there's a whole subplot of that movie that gets cut out.
Me and
that is in the X-Men Origins Wolverine video game.
me and D-Rock, like we basically bonded. Like he was like, dude, you need to watch this. And I was like, okay. And then like we bonded over it and like talked the whole time as I was watching. I'm like,
I don't like Sadie Sink in anything.
huh?
So you said, do you like Sadie Sink as Jean Grey in the MCU? No, I don't like Sadie Sink in anything.
I don't like, so I don't even know who she is.
She's a
Stranger
little redheaded kid from Stranger Things. None of those kids can act. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. Any of those kids in Stranger Things, don't cast them in my movies.
No, I liked honestly. Famke Janssen was the best Jean Grey, in my opinion.
Yeah, but she can't be Jean Grey
I
anymore. Have you
know,
seen her
but
lately?
damn it, yes, she can.
No.
Yes, she
Father
can.
Time hit her in the face in a way
Did
that is
they?
not acceptable.
Okay, let me look at her. Let me look at her now. Oh God, you're right.
It sucks to say it, but
It's
you gotta be
an
hot to
awful
be Jean
reminder
Grey.
that we're getting older as well. When every new casted
No, this is not
character
natural aging
seems
that
like
you see.
like a kid.
I don't think it's natural aging
It's not
either, but
aging.
it's the fight against natural aging that is
It's that
that has
It's
caused
that-
her to look
Mar-a-Lago look.
deformed.
It's that Bezos wife look.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is. God, she
Jeez.
looks like an
If
alien.
you're Bezos, you could afford a better looking woman.
Her face is sliced.
Yeah, she's got a hell of a personality.
Does she?
She must.
She's always smiling.
So who is that? What's
She's
the
got a
name
real
of Dell
positive outlook
Computer?
on life.
The Dell computer guy's wife. That one.
Dell
caught me off
computer
guard.
guy? I
Just
don't
look
know.
it up real quick. Look it up real quick. Because
Who
it was
runs
some months ago they announced that they were like helping to set up and donate to those new
Michael Dell? Michael
them
Dell
children's funds. But like that was the first time I ever like saw the guy who owns Dell Computers and his wife, and like
Bro, she looks like Satan.
she looks like Skeletor. It scared me.
Dude, look at
Mm.
this. I'm gonna post this. Y'all have
Yep.
got to go here and look at this female.
Most
face.
people have seen her at this point. I
She's
think.
Jean Grey, Cliff. They're not going to cast somebody that big name and not have her be.
You think Sadie Sink is a big name?
Yes.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
What is
She's
she?
bigger
Not like
draw
in
than,
terms of
like-
like Brad, not in
Where
terms
has
like
she
Brad Pitt,
been?
but when you're looking for the next classmen of actors and actresses coming
Yeah.
up,
She doesn't look
Well,
human.
Definitely.
Find a fucking model and dye her hair red. for
I'm just
fuck's
saying
sake.
Sadie Sink is most definitely a draw for her alma mater.
Yeah, not
Like-
for us old fuckers, but for
I don't
her.
think she's a draw for anybody. She's an awkward looking.
I'm not saying she's gonna.
Kid,
I'm
she's-
not saying people are gonna flock to the theater because Sadie Sink is in something. But for someone in her age bracket,
Yeah.
she is one of the first.
No,
If you need
that's bad
someone her
casting.
age, she's definitely.
She was in one of the
not-
biggest TV shows of the past decade.
No,
of
she
all
wasn't.
time.
That show wasn't on TV.
Nothing's on TV.
I
Lots of things are on TV.
What are you
Wig
fucking
on it.
talking about? Nothing's on TV.
Nothing's on
She was
Name
on
a
a
network
streaming
show that's
show.
memorable in the
It's just
past
a
15
phrase
years.
now, man.
One
It's on a
voice.
streaming show. That's not
One
on
person
TV.
talks.
People watch that shit on their phones. That's not on TV.
Yeah, I like Sadie Sink. I'm a Stranger Things fan, though.
I will not watch the whale movie.
You're a Stranger Thing.
But I will still
I
tell
am.
you that Sadie Sink can't act because I
Is the
saw
whale movie
her
the
in
one with
season
Brendan
2 of
Fraser
Stranger
that he
Things.
won the
Yes.
Oscar for?
Yes.
Yeah,
Or he's a big old boy.
Brendan Fraser.
I'm
Fraser.
excited for the Mummy 4.
Whatever you
Holy
pronounce that
potatoes! I'm
guy's name
excited
is.
for the Mummy 4.
There,
Are you
there's
serious?
rumors they're rebooting Kick-Ass as another franchise movie too.
Yeah, that's been in the works for a while. They're doing a whole Miller World style thing with it, where there's going to be crossing with other Miller World
Is it
properties.
finally going to be on Netflix?
Oh man, hope not, but probably since they own the Miller World.
Yeah, they own the Miller World, yet they put out
Oh,
nothing.
I was gonna say,
Well,
I
too-
watched a
They've owned it for
really
what
good
6-7
interview.
years at this point. And they put out nothing.
Well, to be fair, while
To be fair,
like they were working on God, what's the one with the witches? Magic Order when the strike hit. That's where that, because they put out Jupiter's Legacy, they put out American Jesus, they put out Super Crooks, and
they
then
put
they
out
were
American Jesus.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. So they did Jupiter's Legacy as like a big budget, just American live action TV show. They did American Jesus as they aimed it for the Hispanic first side of Netflix, where it's first language in Spanish, being that American Jesus.
So they didn't put it out. They didn't put it
No,
out
they
in English.
did. They
Is it in
absolutely.
English? If it's not in English, it's not out.
Have you read the book? Have you
No.
read Volume 1? So then
Nope,
you would know
don't
that it
care.
makes perfect sense for Volume 1 to be Spanish as a first speaking language because of where the book takes place. So like it's just heavy subtitle dialogue. I mean, I'm sure you could watch it dubbed if you want, but the characters make sense. So then they put out Super Crooks as an anime one season because it's just one volume. And then they were working on Magic Order when all the strikes took place. And Mark went over to
I thought
start.
Magic Order didn't get picked up.
No, all of it's picked up.
No, I thought Magic Order they started the production on it. And
this
then
is what Mark
canceled
himself
it.
said. I don't know anything beyond these limited information I'm giving you that it got hit by the Hollywood shutdown. And then he went over and started bamming out all of his books at Dark Horse. Remember during the writer's strike and all that, he just moved back over and started putting all of it, the next volumes of his comics out. And then with Conquest getting kickstarted, he made the announcement that he's pausing on comics for a while. Obviously, it's to go back over to the production side of things, because he shared like photos on a set holding Conquest, taking a picture of it. So he stopped putting out a lot of books because he was working on production. And then when production shut down, he got back to putting out a lot of books. So it doesn't seem like he does two things at once, is what it seems like.
It just seemed to me that every year or so, we'd get a Mark Millar style project from Hollywood. Like we get chunks of his stories, like that, a lot of adaptations. And since Netflix was like, oh yeah, we'll give you a contract, we'll buy it all, they've done so little with it that it seems very wasteful, in my opinion, that they've given him,
especially with how much content they have to work with.
Right,
all he's touched with Hollywood is Wanted, Kingsman, and Kick-Ass, and the rest is for Netflix to do.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, I feel like does Netflix not have Kingsman? They can't do a Kingsman show.
I don't know.
That wouldn't have been their first thought process. Is like, hey, this successful franchise, if we have the rights to it, can we make something with it? You know, we're like Prodigy as a Netflix show.
Keep in mind they put out it was Apple that put out Argyle.
Yeah.
And Argyle is a Kingsman movie. I'm like, at this point, I don't mind spoiling that. But at the end of it, the hugest reveal is that it's a Kingsman movie.
I too am excited for Mummy 4.
Yes,
Mummy 4 is going to be great.
Yes,
awesome.
It is.
It's going to be hard for it not to be good.
It's impossible. They're bringing back the entire cast.
Even if it's just a 2-hour fan service project, I'm in.
Taylor,
Super
says it's you.
Favorite Mark Millar story? What you got, Drew?
I think Reborn.
Oh, wow.
I really liked Reborn.
Shocking opening, too, with the whole shooter incident. Justin, I know you read a lot of Miller World, just basing on your background. What do you got?
Here and there, but I would say Kick-Ass. I was just looking through my collection over there. The thing is I'm super OCD, so I was stopped collecting because on my shelf, you see behind here, this is all Image. And for it to go to Image to Dark Horse is something I don't like. So I just
luckily, no Kick-Ass went to Dark Horse.
Right, yeah, actually having the compendium that I'm definitely buying when it comes out from Image.
The front end of Kick-Ass is very enjoyable. I think the longer it went, the less invested I was. And I guess it's common with longer runs, but like I liked the first couple issues of Kick-Ass a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, all of it's short. It's just like 5-issue miniseries, and there's only 4 volumes if you count the Hit Girl one. That
I count it all.
1 and 3.
They had like several spin-offs too. They had like a 6-volume Hit Girl, the new Kick-Ass.
All the Hit Girl stuff are really. You get a completely different creative team on all the Hit Girl stuff, and it's just her in different little cities and stuff, which was fun. But it really doesn't. It doesn't feel like it affects Kick-Ass. It can almost stand on its own. Well, it does stand on its own. And then Kick-Ass 2, I never cared to get into because it's not Dave. But man, Jupiter's Legacy has always been my go-to. When I say that, I'm thinking of it like as a whole. But Jupiter's Legacy just
Ultimates
as a whole is just my absolute favorite, I think. Nemesis has been really fun. That first volume of Nemesis is life-changing.
Oh, sorry. Movers came here, but I was gonna say the interview. It was a crazy interview that I watched with Grant Morrison, and I had never seen him talk in the context, but it was this guy. I posted the link to it, but he talks about like the occult and like reading like Scottish writers and like from his history and like just his information on it, the things that he's seen, and like how like people like billionaires and stuff really like believe in that shit. And like it was really, really interesting. So I posted there, I'll post it again. But if you want to see, it's Grant Morrison talking to a dude that doesn't have anything to do with comics. It has like his experience as a writer doing like research based on his history as a Scotsman and that stuff and in that area. I'm like, whoa, dude, this is wild. So yeah, I don't know how I randomly came across it, but I was like, what? Because I wasn't looking for Grant Morrison stuff. No offense to Grant.
He's gotten a little bit of extra traction, calling out his concerns for the Lantern show.
Has he? I don't know. What has he said about it?
What's he concerned about? That it looks terrible?
Probably
The lack of green or something like that.
the lack of green in Green Lantern. I mean, that's a thing.
There was a Leninoff made a comment jokingly at a panel literally about the color green, and because of internet, they took it seriously for some reason.
That's the internet.
He actually had to put out a comment saying, guys, I don't hate the color green. Like, he was literally wearing green when he said the comment jokingly on the panel.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give it a shot because I like Damon Lindelof.
The show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care for Green Lantern at all, but that's just me.
Damn.
Not my thing.
Yeah, he pretty much, he went public accusing studios of just basically Hollywood nepotism. Like, imagine how good it would be if you hired someone like me to do it instead of just your Hollywood nepotism friends.
I can't blame him.
Yeah. Grant Morrison's not up his own ass.
Well, it's definitely not the standard Nepo.
Yeah, Sinestro and Atrocitus are both confirmed for season 1.
Damn.
So there's
They did all of that color spectrum bullshit in the Green Lantern movie, and people hated it.
I think it was the way that they presented things like Parallax.
Comic accurate Green Lantern movie. Very comic accurate. Ryan Reynolds is the Green Lantern. Very comic.
There's nothing comic accurate about what they did with Parallax and the big floating cloud head. That's an era of floating cloud villains, though. So, like, Hollywood learned their lesson.
Yeah, there was a full decade of that shit.
It's fine.
They're like, we don't have the budget for a real CG villain, so we're
got
gonna.
Cloud
Green Lantern
Galactus, the
is
Cloud
not as
Monster,
bad as
and
people
Lost, the
remember
Cloud
it. It's a
Monster, and
good
Green
movie.
Lantern,
Fantastic Four.
Lost.
Green Lantern's a good movie. Saying it out loud.
I enjoy it,
It's better than most DC fare, to be honest.
but
They
I
should just
get
make a horror movie called The Clouds.
the Cloud. Yeah, I think they just called it the Fog,
Yeah.
There you go.
and then remade it.
It's when a cloud is close to the ground, they call it fog.
Yeah, then they
Never heard
the
of that
competing
before.
studios like, well, we can't do the Fog. What should we do? Let's do the Mist.
Yeah. The haze. It's a little
Oh yeah, do whatever you
spooky.
got to do. Move everything. Like, it's no big deal. I just packed those. So like, yeah, just whatever you got to do, man. Yeah, no worries, guys.
What do you
Throw it
got
in a
going
box.
What do you
Oh,
got
sorry.
going on, Caroline?
We got some movers that are moving my fridge and
Oh, to
washer
the
and
new
dryer.
spot.
Movers and
Yeah.
shakers.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I'm excited for you.
Whose body's in the old fridge?
just this guy. You don't know him.
Kyle Rayner's girlfriend.
He's okay. Yeah.
Oh, I hope they fridge somebody in the series.
So no,
I think
yeah.
that's more
Can't wait
likely
to
than the color
Can't
spectrum.
wait to
than
read
they-
40,000 fucking articles on the internet about how inappropriate that would be if they did it, and then they're going to do it, and then people are going to be like, I can't believe they did it, and then everybody's going to be like, you can't throw a lady in a
I mean,
refrigerator
it
anymore.
looks like True Detective with lanterns. So I mean,
It looks fantastic.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Really?
it looks good.
Lantern with True Detection, like True
I
Interesting.
mean, that's the impression I got from the trailer, and I think it looks pretty
That's
good.
Well, you
literally
know-
what they said they were going to do 2 years ago when they announced the project. We're going to
Who's making it?
Lindelof should just make
Say,
another
talk
season.
to me,
Lindelof.
Mark. Is it
Lost
HBO that's making it?
Yep.
Matt?
HBO.
They did the Penguin, y'all. They did the Penguin. So
Yeah.
if they did the Penguin.
They did
I'm
the
just
Did
saying.
you
Leftovers,
watch
which is one of the
TV show?
greatest underrated series of all time.
Yeah. I mean, I bought that. I really like that.
Oh, you said
It was
Penguin and
awesome.
Steps Back.
Yeah, I got Madam up on that tip. Madam may have watched it the first one, and we but I know like Madam and I were always like, hey, did you watch the recent one? And we would like catch up on it. because it was so good.
I think it was like the
Ketchup
best
on
thing
it?
that came out of last year.
Ketchup. There was ketchup on it.
There's ketchup on it.
We would ketchup on it.
No nude sunbathing today, madam?
I don't even know. We had like hotter than ever the other day, so I can take a break.
It's in the 40s here, so I might go like bask outside in all my naked glory. Like a beached whale in the backyard.
All right.
Dude, you're probably so white. I'm so white. Like I would
yeah.
crisp like a lobster, dude.
Yeah.
I don't freaking burn. I hate it.
Some of us are indoor kids.
Man, when I would have
They
to
just
go to the
use
beach,
my skin as like a judge for comic book pages. They're like, oh, that's
Like-
pure white.
I don't tan. I turn red. I get like blisters. My fucking shit peels off, and then I look like a crab. I just get more freckles. It's bad. It's not good. It's like a recipe for skin.
Don't let the
cancer.
sun stand in your way of living a full indoor life.
I don't let it stand in my way, but I put cloth between myself and the sun, and I stand.
Cloth will stop it.
Cloth, it does. It does most of the time. Generally, if it's over me, like I have to wear hats and stuff if I go out for a long time. My scalp will burn. Like it's ridiculous.
She's gonna come visit me, and we're gonna go down the Salt River together. This is a river you can flow on for like 4 hours or whatever. So,
Hey.
Is that like a lazy river where you're in a tube and you just drink the whole way?
yeah,
Isn't there-
basically, yes.
Yes.
And there's wild horses. There's wild horses.
Isn't there like, hey, I heard in the Grand Canyon there somewhere, there's like an Egyptian style cave.
I'll send you links.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that because the government doesn't want you to know that.
Oh,
One of my-
people
one of my
definitely know
friends
you
is
didn't
hiked-
know it because you didn't know there's a human body harvesting facilities get shut down every year. It's very, very
You think it's-
easily accessible
do you think it's
information.
linked
It
to
goes
that?
back to the early 1900s. There's newspaper articles.
You know,
written
we got
about
the
it.
state park system.
There's no
because they're-
flyover zones. There's videos of people
That's what our
attempting to go
national
these
parks are
places
for.
and black helicopters showing up unmarked to try to run them out.
Why they gotta be
There's
black
entire
helicopters.
like cave patterns that are blocked over. You have anchor points for harnessing and accessing these places
We're
that
occupied.
civilians aren't allowed to access. So
We're
why are those
occupied.
anchor harness points there?
The
Like,
state parks weren't made for us. The national parks.
I just
sorry,
need to
the
listen to
national
Mark
parks
for about
weren't made
5 minutes.
for
I
us.
get 40 more t-shirt ideas.
dude, I'm
Bro.
here for you.
We're here for
Hey,
it.
the algorithm is watching you, Taylor.
I'm aware it is.
Dude, I just I've always been into this kind of stuff.
Oh,
Keep your
Mark and
eyes
I have
peeled.
been. Mark
Don't
and I have
trust
been
anybody.
like,
If Mark gets disappeared one of these days, don't be surprised.
no, he's not. He doesn't feel that way.
Don't put that out there in the universe.
Damn. Speaking of which, I don't know where my phone is now.
What universe stuff?
This one, the present one.
This universe is a construct.
It is. It actually is just it's a hologram.
Well, everything that has
Like
been
the end of like
constructed.
the last episode of St. Elsewhere was a documentary.
Yeah, I mean, we're just progress. Like everything that we see, we project a concept. Like it's.
Oh,
Just read the CIA.
on a
papers.
related note, if y'all are looking for a trippy as balls like time travel AI movie, that's a lot of fun. Good luck, have fun, don't die. It's worth watching.
Is that out? I thought that was only in theaters.
It'll be out on streaming soon. I was able to see it through illicit means.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're a thief.
I still want to watch.
My
I'm
friend's a
still
thief.
waiting on the new Anaconda movie.
I'm an
I
accomplice
haven't-
to a thief, like accomplice to murder.
Watch Europa.
Full circle.
Has anyone seen the new Anaconda movie with Paul Rudd and Jack?
Yeah,
Black?
it's worth watching once.
It sounds fun.
I showed my I think it was never could figure it out. I assumed for whatever reason it was an R-rated comedy, but apparently it's not. He said it's not that bad. And I showed my kids Anaconda, the first one, and just muting it during the one scene where Ice Cube throws out the F-bomb. But I wanted to get ready to let them watch the funny one.
It's a whole different beast, and I don't know if the kids would find it funny, but I mean, it's worth watching once.
I see that Steve Zahn's in it. It makes me think it's a specific kind of humor. Because
Yeah,
Steve,
I mean, it's
dude,
got
did
funny
you ever
people
watch
in it, like
Strange
Jack Black's in it,
Wilderness?
and-
Where him
That-
and his buddies are the nature documentary
yeah,
where they're trying to find Bigfoot. That is one of the funniest movies ever.
Very
That
good movie.
Humor isn't like for everyone.
Steve
But
Zahn, or he was
Steve
also
Zahn
in a
was
White Lotus
Saving
episode
Silverman, which
as
is
the
one of
dad.
the greatest films.
Yeah,
of
he
all
was in a
time.
season.
Yeah,
Saving Silverman
Sounds
is one of the
underrated.
greatest comedies of all time.
I love that movie.
We're not giving up on Darren. Yeah, coming to yeah.
Coming in, yeah.
What does coming to yeah mean?
Whatever Jack Black needs it to mean.
The Indian guy and that took his place in the cover band. It's like, oh, Cherry baby, oh yeah. Neil Diamond.
Dude, that movie was so funny. Was that Jason Biggs?
Jason Biggs, Jack Black, Steve Zahn, and Amanda Peet. Great.
I'm about to post this to the down below, but this look on page. Hold on just a second.
Holographic in nature. Bingo.
Yeah, it's page 18 of 29. But I'm gonna post this.
I stop at 17. That's unfortunate.
So I read all of them. Just go to pages 18. But I would read the whole thing, you guys. But it's
why don't
based
you go
off
look
of
up
the
Operation
physics.
Artichoke, a recently declassified CIA memo? That'll scare the shit out of you.
Why don't you look up
Send it to
Operation
me.
Artichoke Dip, which is about delicious appetizers?
It talks about the means in which they use to, and this isn't like MK Ultra mind control, which is very known about those experiments, but the means in which they attempt, use, and successfully enact sleeper agents, including methods like hypnotism, as well as inserting things in people via vaccinations, confirmed in documents.
Hell yeah.
Not saying when they do and when they don't do that, but the fact that declassified documents show that they have done that and do such things is very disheartening.
Yeah.
I like to think that the government is trying to give me superpowers.
That's how I like.
I don't think you need them to.
If I can avoid the measles as part of that, I'm down.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's like because
microplastics are just AI nanobots like being implanted into us so they can track us. My next shirt's just gonna be artichoke on this.
Artichoke on this, yes. Dude, I'm Taylor. Between you and I, this T-shirt company's going somewhere.
I found my niche audience.
Yeah. Well, the fact that they're timely definitely helps.
yeah, I'm trying to get all these microplastics in my sack. That's all I'm trying to say.
Directly into your sack?
I mean, indirectly, directly, whatever gets them there. I'm not, I'm not
injecting yourself with them.
I'm not precious about the process here. Whatever happens. So I would like to have more plastic than testicle in my sack. That's what I'm looking for.
Holy crap.
John can't crack my plastic nuts.
John Cusack in July of 2025 posted a post on Blue Sky linking Anthony Blinken to Epstein. And that's why he's been like
who?
Out of commission. Anthony Blinken.
Who is that?
Welcome back, Justin.
Hey.
Nice
Who
to
is
see you.
Anthony Blinken?
He was a former Secretary of State for a couple of administrations. Kind of a big deal. Here you go, Mark.
You guys need a
What does
conspiracy
Joan
theory.
Cusack have to say about it?
She says,
What is it,
wow.
I said if you guys need a conspiracy theory,
Here you go. I said, Mark, check your
Caroline
Instagram.
can help you out.
I know. I'm so proud.
Not yet Canadian survivalist, but that is the goal.
That would be awesome and kind of gross.
I can only do normal
I don't
wiener
even
stuff
want to
with
think
my
about
wiener
this
so
too
far.
much. Thank you.
We're working on expanding the repertoire, but so far it's just like standard wiener stuff.
Standard wiener.
Yeah.
Just base wiener. I don't have any upgrades yet. We're working on it.
Oh man. They have to take the bar off of my little. They're trying to get my I seen they're measuring my like freaking refrigerator, but like it won't come in with the handles and stuff on it. They're having to take out the handles. It sucks. Yeah.
Oh, you have a fancy fridge like with a TV.
It's a
screen
little
on it?
bigger, yeah. It's kind of a bigger fridge. It's not the.
I want one of those fridges where you can open up the door and the door's still not open.
It's one of those.
That's what you have. I have one of those.
French
One of
doors.
those. I'm opening my ribs, you know, and
Yeah.
here's my heart.
Nice.
French
Yeah.
I
doors.
dated a girl for a little while and she had the nicest refrigerator.
Some of
Is that a
them can get
euphemism?
fancy.
Such a
though.
turn on.
No. She had nice other things too, but her
I
refrigerator
prefer a
was
nicer
great.
freezer, if you know what I mean.
Well, her freezer was kind of a standard freezer. It only did standard freezer stuff, but her refrigerator had like an interior door to her door for her milk, and then there's like a different side. The other door had like a hidden compartment with snacks, and then I guess it wasn't hidden, but like it felt like I was sneaking in there for snacks.
Nice. Snackums.
Yeah, nothing like a pudding cup from the
Yeah.
hidden compartment.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna run off, you guys.
Same. I gotta bounce. I gotta.
Refrigerator story killed the mood.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that like
I didn't really think that.
my pops is coming in a couple hours too because I'm gonna load more stuff.
Well, good luck on the move.
Thanks, man. I hate moving, but it is what it is. So
Once you get settled in a new place and you start to feel comfortable making your own,
It's
you'll feel better
impossible
about
not to be more comfortable at the new place.
oh my gosh, it's so beautiful and so comforting. And I've already got seeds for my garden. And as soon as I get there, I'm going to start tilling the little garden plot so I can get some stuff planted because it's about that time for planting season, y'all.
planting fun plants.
Yeah, which if you guys are aware that we get a bulk of our fertilizer from the Strait of Hormuz, which is currently blocked. So
Not for
farmers
long.
in America
We're
are now
really
saying
going
that
through some things, but it's
they may not be able to even plant this year. So let's just think about food scarcity, and you may want to think about doing your own garden this year, kids.
That's why shit in the yard.
We're going to change the name of that Strait of
Same.
Hormuz to the Strait of
Same.
America.
Everything's going to be Strait of America. So straight it's gay. All right, see you guys.
it's a full circle.
Yeah, full circle. Bye.
Yeah.
And we're getting olive oil from that parking lot in the Middle East.
I watched a YouTube video yesterday. I fell down a rabbit hole because you do that on YouTube's of a guy who like planted a full garden's worth of tomatoes from one slice of a McDonald's tomato. Like,
Well, that's
he could've
pretty
done
Tomatoes
cool.
are
that.
really
Very
easy to
neutral
grow.
Tomatoes, but he managed to make the whole garden grow. Like,
I saw a guy on YouTube who started a garden out behind the pizza place he works at a Domino's. So somebody threw a tomato in the little like strip of dirt in the parking
Mhm.
lot, and it started growing a tomato plant. So he's like, "We're gonna plant other things here." And he planted some
Dude, a lot
basil.
of
There's
the,
a pizza garden.
A lot of the Asian restaurants in town will do that. The Chinese restaurants or the Japanese restaurants, like the drive-through ones, the fast food ones, you'll have that like the building, a little strip of dirt, then the parking lot, and they'll utilize that little strip and put up the little supports, and they'll just grow
And
produce.
they also
and
get their
stuff.
meat from the alley cats.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Nothing but like Kung Pao cat. Look, I don't care what the meat is as long as it's in that delicious sauce.
Last time you said something like that, it was I don't care what meat it is as long as it's shaped like a cylinder.
No, I didn't say cylinder. I said tube.
Tube, that's it.
I'm pretty sure I didn't say that, but
I said, how do you like your steak? You said tube, but that's right.
Tube. I might have said that. That sounds like a line I would have said. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm not saying it's not.
you're just looking for a hot beef and microplastic injection.
Microplastic injections are a must.
I like my beef injections and plastic injections separate. Just to make sure
Yeah,
that I
more than
keep
one
my
hole.
record straight. But back to back ain't bad.
If any of you are bored this weekend or this afternoon and want to spend some money, I got my Whatnot show coming up. So
Like in usual fashion, if you got anything you think I like, DM me.
I will.
Yeah, you
I don't
have
this
to-
time around, but I will.
You know,
Unless you're
That was
looking
a
for
cool-
the controversial Savage Dragon number 233, Bold is Beautiful cover.
is that? I don't know which one that is.
It's
Biggie would know.
It's
It's a shaved pube joke.
pubic hair shaving joke on a cover.
Got you. I'm
It's
about to
worth a
look
stupid
up
amount of money for
something.
what it is, but
I'm about to look up something real quick because I think it's a book that goes under the radar because it's not featured on the cover. But I want to get a copy of Adventures into the Unknown number 79.
I'll keep my eye out.
Similar to that Archie book,
Oh yeah,
but it's the other one.
Yeah, I see what you're going for there. That's another under the radar quiche. Yeah,
Yeah, but and it's not mad expensive or nothing like that. But it's just it needs to be in my collection, obviously.
understandable.
It currently isn't and would be better off in.
It nailed it.
It's not about you. It's about the book and where the book would feel most comfortable. Smothered in Mylar, shoved into one of my boxes.
I haven't been able to see one pop up on eBay. I get it might be just super rare kind of thing since it hit my radar. Because during Guess That Key a week ago, I had to pull up keys for Kong, and I got the gold key ones and all that, which I was bringing because I had to be able to answer the questions on the year and stuff like that. And I saw that one. I'm like, this wasn't on here last time I looked at this because it's probably. Similar to the Archie book, that's not actually Godzilla and Mothra, even though it's credited as it. It's just a drawing similar to them, but it's credited as the first Godzilla, but it's just random monsters that's at a movie they're watching called Monster Melee. Yeah, I'm sure you looked at
Key Collector's not perfect on any of it by any means. They don't have like a lot of cartoon first appearances, especially. Like they don't have,
which is
Foghorn
crazy
Leghorn or
because that's
Marvin
a whole
the Martian
decade. Yeah, that's a whole decade of comics. It's nuts that they don't.
Yeah,
I've looked at some of that because the Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah,
like unfortunately, Blue Falcon's first appearance, he's not on the cover and stuff like that. And
they don't have like even Foghorn Leghorn on there, which is
that's crazy to not have.
Or Marvin the Martian.
Bro, I know y'all seen those Marco Rubio memes with him like sat on the couch and people just keep putting him in different outfits. The funniest one I've seen is he's Marvin the Martian and he's sitting there. Rubio finding out he's now responsible for releasing all the UFO files.
Nice. He sat on that couch because he's sitting there after Vance had sex with it.
Yeah. Dude, those things I crack up at all those. Yeah, one of them had him dressed like Xerxes from 300. Marco Rubio finding out he has to rule Persia next month. Oh my God.
That JD Vance thing, I think, is the most hilarious thing that was ever happened.
Dude, he dressed as that meme for Halloween last year.
Him fucking the couch.
Jerry curls and stuff.
I think the funniest thing about it is the only people that want to shame him for fucking a couch are like blue hairs and furries. Like, come on. Like, you're not into weird shit. Like, you've never fucked an inanimate object, you weird furries. Come on. Like, oh, I'm going to judge him for his... The weirdest people in the world want to kink shame a guy for masturbating on a couch when he was fucking 16 or 17 or whatever.
Well, they're the same people that canceled Pee Wee Herman.
Well, nobody canceled Pee Wee Herman.
That dude was canceled he was canceled for a strong decade. I was young to remember how controversial it was that he was in Mystery Men. They're like, are y'all really doing this?
Paul Rubens didn't get canceled.
Yeah, he did.
Before canceling was even a thing, the dude got canceled.
He guy made a living.
Not the one he would have.
Not afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, he couldn't do kids shows anymore when he was caught jerking off dudes in a movie theater.
It's not called finishing for no reason, Drew. He was finished.
You just can't do kids shows anymore.
He had a small comeback and a slow reintroduction because he started doing stuff like Mystery Men. He was in Blow with Johnny Depp.
He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That was before.
That was all before.
I thought that was after.
That was
pretty sure that was after.
I think Mystery Man was before as well.
It might have been, but I remember that was kind of wild. The response, like as being younger, I remember there was like a response to him being the stink in Mystery Men. Maybe because it was a far cry from Pee Wee. But yeah, his career took a major hit.
Well, you can't do kid shows and be a perv.
Oh, you're right. Though Mystery Man was 8 years after he got canceled for jerking off.
I don't think
Yeah,
he was just
and the
jerking off. He was
people that
arrested
made
for
the
lewd
biggest
acts.
stink, the people that made the biggest stink to cancel him are the ones being called in hotel rooms back in those days.
Now it's flipped.
Yeah, now it's flipped. Everything does that over time. Like
So
literally, like take these people. What do y'all not like? All right, give it 15 years, and you will now do the opposite, and vice versa. It's weird, man.
Yeah, well, there you
It's
go.
weird.
Pee-wee did just
He was
fine.
arrested for indecent exposure. That's it. In an adult movie theater.
In an adult movie theater. That's the crazy part. It
doesn't matter what
It would
what
be controversial if
it
he was
doesn't matter
back
what
when The
age
Mummy
group the
Returns
movie
with Brendan
theater is for.
Fraser.
Leave your dick in your pants.
That's more of a public setting, but like
That's
you
the whole
see
point of those theaters.
Yeah, that's literally the point of them. Like you have like cleanup folks for that. Like what is it? Boondock
A
Saints.
jizz mopper.
Yeah, like you have these places that are made for that. Like
Yeah.
not saying like I would go to one. I'm saying, but that like I understand the business model, the clientele, the staff. Like
Here's
what are
the
you
thing,
doing
is
with these?
these places are made for that, and they're run that way. But
Yeah.
that's an illegal operation.
Oh, okay. I thought that they were literally made for that. I don't mean like this is what happens.
You
there.
can have an adult theater where you show pornography. You're still not allowed to do sex acts in a public place.
Well, I wouldn't consider it public. I would assume that they have it built in as a private venue kind of thing. Because it's a private establishment.
How can you find other people's dongs?
I'm just saying it's a private establishment. It's privately owned. So depending on how you have your business set up, is it a public forum? That's like saying a brothel. Yeah, it's a public forum, but it's a private establishment.
Yeah, but it's still illegal to run a brothel.
Not
in
everywhere.
Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. Like I
Not-
didn't assume that these places were
Not
illegal.
okay,
operations.
not everywhere, but
Was he in Reno? He should have been in Reno.
I don't know where he was. I don't. Is it illegal to jerk off dudes in the theater in Reno?
He was jerking himself off.
He was.
Who knows? You don't.
Everyone
Florida,
knows.
You don't go to a public
Oh, he was
place
in
to jerk
Florida.
off.
He
with
was in the
other people.
free state of Florida and got in trouble for this. This was pre-DeSantis, obviously.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's still illegal to jerk off in a movie theater, whether an adult or otherwise.
Now you
in
tell
the state
me.
of Florida. Well, maybe I am the one who is here to break the news.
Someone had to do it.
Whether or not you think it's gross is not the point, Jay. And satanic
Well-
is only relative if you believe in that. And so, like, your sense of morality doesn't have anything to do with legality or anything else. It really doesn't. So,
Yeah, I would, on a moral standpoint, I would say it's definitely morally questionable at best if it's a public forum, like I said. But I was always under the assumption he was in one of these like brothel places, like you see in Boondock Saints or something like that, like 1980s New York style.
yeah, I mean, it was 91. There was no streaming, so you couldn't whack it on YouTube.
It's still illegal to jerk off in those places.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it is in all
It's
of them.
illegal to
is my
speed.
point. I think that there
Yeah.
are establishments like a brothel that are established legally for such acts. I was always under the assumption it was, I don't know.
Well, it's like
this.
The changing room at Target has a door on it. Am I allowed to jerk off in there?
Yep.
No,
Let
you're
me
not.
ask you,
No, you are not.
how can you
You're
get
not
how
allowed
can
to
you get
jerk off
caught
in there.
unless someone violates
How can you
your,
tell if the
privacy?
zipper's going to work for you in the future?
If you go in a Target bathroom, they can call the police,
Weird.
break in on you, see you jerking your gherkin,
That was
and
the
arrest
sound
you for
Forrest
lewd
Gump
acts.
made when he was making fun of the school teacher. Yo, mama sure does care about your education.
Well, legal or not.
Yeah, it was clearly illegal. He got in trouble for it.
And he was canceled, which was the whole
And
point.
he
Of the
was
whole
not back to the beginning. He was definitely canceled. Dude
He
lost
got
all of
work.
his jobs.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
What's your
He
definition? of
lost
canceled
his
then?
job hosting a television show for children, which
He
was
lost all of
already
his
over.
jobs.
That was off the air by then.
Yeah, it was already over. So, like, he wasn't working. He wasn't actively
He had
working.
acting roles, and they dried up. Like
Not
his
really. His acting roles had dried up before that. This is why he couldn't find a way to get somebody to come to his house and jerk him off. If he was still a TV star, you don't have to touch your own wiener. You get somebody else to do it for you.
Maybe he got the thrill to doing it in a movie theater. You never know what it takes to get people off.
Yeah, look at David Carradine. You never know.
That brings me back to a post I made on Instagram about a year ago, where not getting the details about who it is, but it's not anybody in our community anyways, but there's someone in my life that it's very much like, if I could be with anybody, it'd be with her and everything. So I make this post because I get on my YouTube, I get this, and they recommended it's falling in love with someone you can't be with. And Unruly Simeon writes, because I was saying like, oh, how do you get over this? All that. Unruly Simeon says, like, time, brother, that's the best thing. And then Legion says, any good hooker will get you out over that in 2 seconds.
I said, go out there, get a hooker, bam out a couple of quick ones, and you'll be over it.
Yeah. Get one that looks the closest like her.
No, don't do that.
No.
Yeah, I didn't add that part. I just said go get you a good hooker, and you'll be over it in no time.
I've got somebody who I'm not quite over, and I can tell you this much: there are
What's
all
his
these
name?
ads on the internet for make an AI girlfriend. You can make her look like your ex. That sounds like the worst fucking idea ever.
Next thing, Drew will be in the theater with his phone, waiting on the movie to start, looking at his AI girlfriend. 37 minutes later, the police are going to be tapping on the shoulder.
I don't
away. You're coming with
At
us.
least I'm not canceled.
Yeah, I'm not canceled, right?
The only reason I go to movie theaters is to watch Marvel movies, and the only thing I'm doing there is paying attention to the film.
That's when you just cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bucket so nobody notices.
I would not ruin my popcorn like that.
Like
I would just literally eat my popcorn with my dick out, and I'd be all right with that. Like, but I'm not putting my dick in the popcorn bucket.
Small, so you don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Fake butter makes excellent lube.
Yeah, it makes better
Like,
butter.
I'm here to see the new Marvel movie, sir. Why'd you bring your own Dune bucket?
Jesus.
All right. On that note, I'm going to go pick out some comics for this afternoon show.
Yeah,
that's a good one to end it on.
We've hit the rail, dude. I appreciate y'all hopping on. I think we'll be on In the Mix tonight. Mr. Lynx is a proud grandfather now, so we weren't on last week.
Nice.
But I think we're back tonight. Should be. But yeah, enjoy y'all's day. Everyone take it easy.